I was a fool to marry Catherine. She's fat and mean and I like men. But one day I looked in her bed. Praise Hogan, Catherine is dead. Catherine is dead, Catherine is dead. No more mom wife to be fed. Now I call Geordie while laying in bed. Praise Hogan, Catherine is dead. She wasn't as hot as my preteen ex. At least she didn't want to have sex. Now she's drier than my flat dick head. Praise Hogan, Catherine is dead. Catherine is dead, Catherine is dead. Divorce coin holders bankrupted. I should have hit up Jen instead. Praise Hogan, Catherine is dead. Trip to Japan before she'd die. Just a sad life with a guy. Unlike pork chop, no tears did I shed. Praise Hogan, Catherine is dead. Catherine is dead, Catherine is dead. All is crying on that being said. Fly out to New York, give Rambo some head. Praise Hogan, Catherine is dead.
This year I spent an insane amount of money. I bought a brand new mouse and keyboard, new lap desk, really good quality, name brand, wrist rests. Have you seen my visual feast of RGBs for my two PCs? And it all syncs perfectly, which is really neat.
I'm living, king dream, dual streaming. I'm the king of crushing goals and belt controls. While they see me go, with my success don't mean unless I'm having upsurgence.
Blacked out curtains, Elgato foam. I have 4 boom arms and a brand new microphone. Primo webcam, the Elgato Stream Deck. As you can see, RGBs powered by SkyTech. I got a new crown, a crown that fits, and Sticker's final chip. Oh, it dropped it. Oh, lickety split, Samsung SSD. That was just donated to me. NVMe 2 instead of NVMe 3, whatever that means.
I'm living, king dream, dual streaming. I'm the king of crushing goals and belt controls. While they see me go, with my success don't mean unless I'm having upsurgence.
Again, guys, I'm living in this reality that people like me now and want to support my stuff. It's hard for me to accept it and think that it's real. Do a begathon where tip me and do this and do that. We're not doing that. It's business as usual here on DSP Gaming. We play games, we have fun. If you guys like it, you support it. The week is going slow. Tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now. But I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow. It gets to me. My life is ruined. This is how I'm doing. And losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my right now. A full podcast booked, full gameplay streams booked. Everything's booked. Everything's booked. Can't do anything crazy. And I don't even have enough to buy groceries. It sucks. The week is going slow. Tough through it. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. Tips very low now. But I've noticed tips very low right now. The week is going slow. It gets to me. My life is ruined. This is how I'm doing. And losers out there who thinks that they know shit, kiss my fucking ass and eat my right now. So how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. To how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. To how are you doing? This is how I'm doing. To how are you doing? This is how I'm doing.
To the skeleton crew for showing up to this Atlas style Saturday morning extravaganza, I guess. I appreciate all of you showing up and spending your free time with me, yours truly, Atlas, the bookkeeper. Before we talk about the guy and his insatiable consumerism that might be the death of the universe, I haven't actually figured it out yet. We got to do the Atlas segment, which, as I told you last week, I was finally getting around to planting my garden for the year. I planted some onions and a couple green peppers, couple of jalapenos, couple of tomato plants, and then I've got 2 pots of flowers going now. Gonna see how that goes. I've never grown flowers in my entire life. Let's see if I don't kill them. As a matter of fact, the first day I had them, or the following day, it rained. It rained pretty hard, to be honest with you, and it completely fucking flooded them and flipped them over. Apparently, the pots didn't have drain holes in the bottom, and that's my bad. But they seem to be alive and well now, so I didn't ruin it all yet. Watermelons are riot. I don't think I have the space for watermelons. The same thing with pumpkins. I don't. My planter box is not that big, so. And then, before we get to actually watching videos of the guy, as many of you are aware, I'm sure, there's been many... there's been a lot of Discord DM leaks or Twitter DM leaks from one Dragon Fucker Darziak. I'm not quite sure what his end game is. Could just be another Dent getting his ass blown by the guy. That's a weird way to put that. Just being upset with the guy pushing away another one of his longtime Dents, as you see happen a million times before. Nobody ever likes DSP into infinite. They always wind up hating him eventually and getting irritated with him for the exact mentality, the same actions that he's always taken, the same way he's always behaved. And I'm not gonna run all the way down these leaks with you guys. If you want to read them, you can go and find them. They are on that agricultural style website. For those of you who do go there, you can download the entire text file. I want to say it's like 3 megs or something like that, and it is thousands upon thousands of lines of text. But some of the highlights, at least from what I've heard and seen myself, is the Connecticut trip was in fact confirmed. We did go see our dying mother. She's on her last legs. Okay. I was even hearing that she supposedly was given 1 year left. Very, I'm not going to say hype because that's rude. That's kind of dishonorable if you ask me. But she's been on her last legs for like a fucking decade now. So I can't exactly feel bad. Look, everybody's got their day, boss. Spend time with your mother. Also, Kat apparently is sick. I'm not sure to what extent, but I was hearing that she was sick. Lumix, actually an editor. We do hang out with the Dent known as Lumix, so it's okay if you make troll and detractor videos about LTG and about Wings of Redemption. But if you make them about DSP, that's when you are better. You're better off not of this earth and having killed yourself or something akin to that. I'm not quite sure what the DSP quote was previously about how the world would be better off without detractors. He just means his. That's all that has ever meant, was the world would be better off if DSP wasn't being made fun of, which I'm not surprised to hear. That was always kind of what I thought he meant. We also have confirmation that he is terrified of trolls on a regular basis. The detractors are his in the forefront of his mind at all times. Every action, every plan, everything that he announces, he is constantly running the fucking detractor formulas in his brain to try and figure out whether or not this is a good play. which makes it all the funnier when he makes the worst fucking plays to ever exist in lolcowdom sometimes. It is genuinely impressive, the rocket science he thinks that he's committing to still flounder and flub about the way that he does. I also happened to I did read this specifically. Darziak does have like chronic ailments, which makes it all the funnier that DSP's got him as like an indentured servant. Absolutely hilarious. But Darziak has numerous ailments, one of which is the Nurgle style ear infections that DSP also deals with. So that's comedy. I guess followers of Nurgle do in fact hang out together. And he's gay. Well, he fucked dragons, so I guess if the dragon's a boy. I also read specifically that Darziak made about $1,592.13 over 5 years of his work editing and thumbnails and making the schedule or whatever the fuck else he was doing. So $1,500 for like a perpetually sick person over the course of 5 years. But you're better off at the fucking McDonald's, legitimately. You would make more money and be more productive doing fast food than working for the guy. I don't think I've ever seen a wage lower than $1,500 a year, to be honest. I don't know what you could do for less money, aside from exist, I suppose. And then I didn't see it myself because I didn't scroll all the way through them and read literally all 1 billion lines of text. But apparently there was confirmation that DSP was in bed with Kat during the Wings call, which I always thought was that was always my assumption. The way that he was whispering, the way that his walls are so thin that you could hear him from multiple rooms away with both doors closed or whatever the fuck. I always thought he was in the bed. I don't think that I ever strayed from that line of thinking. So I'm glad that 99% of conspiracy theories, both in the real world and with DSP, are being confirmed true. At this point, I'm convinced that all of them are true, except for Flat Earth. Flat Earth is the only one that is getting no love over the past few months. Those people might want to give it up. They might want to jump. But the rest of us conspiracy theorists, the cool Chad-style conspiracy theorists, we can all live our lives better now, knowing we were always right and have never been wrong. And with that, I do want to actually get into the clips. I appreciate you guys letting me ramble and not responding. I feel like there was a lot to get through there. I appreciate you guys listening and being informed actively. It's very cool. But when it comes to DSP's actual shenanigans for the week, the video style clips that we watch, we're going to start with, I believe, one of the most peak consumer DSP segments that have ever existed. This might be worse in my eyes than all of the RGB, the two PC, all the marketing words, buying the Devoom Pixu. Like, I legitimately think that, and this is the hype up. We're not even going to get to the cards yet, but spending $300 on Pokemon cards as a 43-year-old man in the current year and having no intention to actually utilize them as a trading card in a trading card game might be the dumbest, most consumer brain fucking thing that you could do. I have no respect for it personally. There's a lot of things that you could say Atlas spends his money on that you wouldn't agree with, and I'm sure there's things that you spend your money on that I necessarily wouldn't agree with, but I don't know how anybody can justify $300 on paper Pokemon cards that actually mean nothing and do nothing. So let's look at the hype up.
We were talking about Pokemon cards, right? And the possibility of maybe doing some card unboxings in tandem with my Pokemon gameplay.
I didn't even know we were talking about this, by the way. If I would have gotten wind of this, I would have been pissed off earlier in the week. But this was legitimately the first time I was hearing it, given that I hadn't watched a Pokemon stream in ages, and I didn't even know he was playing the trading card game shop simulator or whatever the fuck.
I decided to make an investment, and last night I did actually purchase one box of 36 packs of the highest value, rarest Pokemon cards, not the
highest value, rarest Pokemon cards. You see how he has already fallen for all the marketing that he possibly could. He's using the terms to try and sell it to you as I guess a second consumer. Always highest value, rarest Pokemon. It's an investment to the business.
cheaper box, but the more expensive box. Okay.
Had to
I
get the
actually went
most
with a
expensive. It's
reputable
the
seller
best.
because I was looking at it was cheaper to go with someone who had a kind of a questionable rating. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I went with a reputable seller. And the only bummer about the whole situation, you can't get anything fast. Like, no lie, even if I pay extra, I can't get it quickly.
Which he absolutely would. Again, just peak consumer brain. He needs these fucking Pokemon cards right now for some reason. Despite being the person that makes up his own streaming... Oh, shit. Despite the person... Jesus. Inked, I swear to God, I'm gonna smack you. Stop distracting me. Whatever. I lost it. It's fine. Blame Inked. Everybody boo Inked in the chat.
So I bought it, and basically I'm waiting to hear...
I'm supposed to read his fucking $10. Hang on. Let me... Shout out to Inked Blessing during the opening of the stream, who said, starting the stream with a lot of quarter-pounder energy. I hope you can pick it up, you bum. Okay. Thank you. Speaking of quarter-pounder energy, doing fucking Pokemon unboxings, unsleevings, he keeps wanting to call them. Someone said it in chat earlier, kind of odd to look at the quarter-pounder documentary and then immediately start emulating the same things that the quartering did, as if it's going to print money the same way. I'm not a big fan of that personally. It really is just the most transparent grifting to exist, I think.
About delivery information, but they're estimating I probably won't get it until like the first week of June. Okay, now that may change, but the good news there is let's finish up with...
Oh, I was going to say, he makes his own schedule. He's the one that determines when the Pokemon streams are, when the trading card game simulator shop streams are. So the idea that he needs rapid fucking express shipping in order to make these deadlines, in order to have this happen correctly, he could just move the streams around. But he wants to pay more money. That's what he wants to do. He wants to spend. The more money that he spends on this, I guess the more he gets to complain about how it's not making his money back and it wasn't a good business investment. I'm not quite sure where the narrative would go with that.
With our
but they didn't give
Pokemon
him
Fire
the
Red
option,
playthrough,
so.
let's determine what the next gameplay will be. And it seems like a lot of people are saying they want Pokemon Champions. Okay, if you want Pokemon Champions, maybe that's what we'll do next. We'll start doing these multiplayer streams of Pokemon Champions. They'll be fun and interactive. You guys can coach me through the matches. And
oh my God, you guys could coach me through the matches. We're legitimately hyping up Pokemon cards that we're going to unsleeve during the gameplay in which we're being coached. That's actually the pitch we're hearing right now. I hope you guys love giving online coaching sessions for free. Actually, it costs you money on a regular basis. Not you as detractors, but you as dents.
maybe what we'll do
The royal you.
is every night when we do a Pokemon Champion stream, we open a pack of cards. I have 36 packs coming. Okay? Maybe if we get like a well-supported stream, right? I'll be like, yeah, let's celebrate. Let's open a second pack of cards. I'm also going to buy a binder that you can put the cards in those sleeves, and I'm going to buy some of those hard protectors as well, just in case on the incredibly rare, low chance that I do pull a good card that's worth something, I want to protect it. Okay, so I am going to be getting that kind of stuff for when we do this box of cards. So it's 36 packs, 10 cards.
And you can just see that he is already, like, he's bought additional shit. It's not even that he's just going to unbox these cards and it's going to be a fun thing. No, we had to buy them. And we had to buy a binder and some hardcovers. On the rare off chance we get the 1% pull, you know? And then we might get it minted and we're going to wear gloves during it. Not to spoil or anything, but, like, we're really going all out for Pokemon cards just to do it. Like, we spent a bunch of fucking money on a bunch of different props for a bit that's not even funny nor good.
Packs, that's 360 freaking
You'll see.
cards.
I'm going to make you
So I have
sit
to be
through
sure
it.
that I have
at least
enough,
some of it.
to hold the cards. So let's see how that goes, but I just don't have any updates or anything on it because I won't for a while. I probably won't even get confirmation within 2-3 days of if
I'm
and
not
when it's
spoiling
shipping.
much.
Then,
Well,
you know, we
try
have to
not
see
to
how long
spoil
it takes to
anything,
get
but
here
I don't do a
and
good
go
job.
from there. Okay, so I will let you know when I have information about it. But as of now, no, there's no real big updates yet. But I just want to let you know I'm investing. You know, this is stuff that we've talked about. That this year, all right, I want to do different things. I want to branch out. I want to try new kinds of content. I want to do new things. I want to be able to jump from game to game without any limitation. This could be something interesting to do for the stream.
Pokemon cards are going to aid him in his attempt to jump from game to game seamlessly, or whatever the fuck. What does that mean? How do those two things go hand in hand? I'm genuinely confused. That does not add up.
That's different, right?
Also, he wants to do something different. Hasn't he pulled cards before on stream? Wasn't it just last year we were doing Smart Guys and we were pulling WWE wrestling cards and hoping for a rare pick? This isn't anything new. We're just repackaging an old idea that didn't work the first time. But because it's Pokemon, because it's I'm going to be honest, and this is nothing against individuals who like Pokemon, and it's fine to be interested in Pokemon, the trading card game, or the IP in general, but you know, Pokemon attracts retards like fucking shit and flies. I'm going to be honest with you, and that's kind of what's happened with DSP's audience here, I think. That's why Pokemon is so successful over there.
Right? It's not my normal stuff. It's certainly not my normal comfort zone.
Watch it, Skeleton. Too late. I
see it as, even though it's expensive, because yes, a box of Pokemon cards is over $300. It is. But it's an investment of something that can add to the content here on the stream.
He knows you can't nickname the cards.
So we'll see how it goes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, DSP should sell renaming the cards. We'll write over them with Sharpie, whatever you want, dude. That would actually be worth the money then, because then there is no value in them.
It's funny because I can tell now who's sitting in the detractor chat regurgitating, because you guys say the same exact stuff and parrot each other in this chat and this chat. So what are the chances that you both would say exactly the same statement in both the YouTube and Kick chats at the same time, you idiot? I know you're in a detractor chat and some moron said something, so you're just parroting it in the chat. I'm not dumb. So enjoy your ban.
I'm not dumb.
Anyway,
I know you're trolling.
Jasper needs commissions. He'd get commissions if you know, we sold merch or something with him on it, but I've never done anything like that.
No, he just made $2,000 out of showing him off on the camera by literally picking him up. I mean, I honestly think that that's far worse. At least if you bought merch with Jasper on it, you have you have material objects that you can hold on to. You got something of a value in real life. $2,000 to see the cat on a camera, I think, is far more scummy. It's far more of a grift and embarrassing, but it is DSP we're talking about.
I've always been of the impression that, listen, if he wants to be in my videos, he wants to jump up here, that's fine. But to sell merch of him is kind of exploitation, don't you think?
We'd hate to exploit our cat.
Like, oh, look, I have a pet. Let me now sell plushies and shirts with his face on it. It's like, come on, you know?
Like, Jasper's gonna give a shit. Like, he's got to take some personal umbrage with the fact that DSP is making money off of shirts of his face on it or something. And that's implying anybody would even buy it. Like, let's be real. No one's buying that bullshit. Unless we lean into the Agent D. Claude meme. But DSP doesn't have enough self-awareness for that.
Yes, it is true. Jasper is incredibly shy and timid with anyone but myself and my wife. Just this morning, there was an Amazon delivery driver delivering to our neighbors, and he runs to the front door and alerts and starts hissing at the driver. He's so upset that the driver would be near our house. And I'm like, Jasper, that's just a delivery guy. Be nice to him. You're not supposed to be mean to a delivery person. And he keeps hissing till he goes away.
I wish DSP would follow that advice. How many fucking segments have we gotten from DSP where he's just livid with some no-name delivery driver that he's going to claim is some random immigrant that barely speaks English and doesn't know how to follow Google Maps or whatever the fuck? But it's Jasper. Jasper's the one who's got an issue with delivery drivers, you guys. He's the one that's being rude.
He can't take it. He's very upset. No, we have had many people over. We've had house guests, relatives, and even, you know, friends of the family. And, of course, whenever we have someone over to do maintenance or whatever, you know, he hates it. He runs for the hills. He can't stand it.
He's just as, you know, desocialized. He's as unsocial. What am I looking for? Regardless. Yeah, he's just as antisocial as the guy is. It, like, runs in the family, dude.
I told you that we actually wanted to test it. We have a friend who had offered to come basically take care of him if we were to go on a vacation, okay? And they came over to meet him because we thought we have to have a process by which this person meets him, he gets used to the person so that they can come over, spend time with him, feed him or whatever. Let's say we were gone for like a week, right? He's going to have to get used to him. The person comes over. He runs for the hills. He won't come out from under the bed. Okay? So we thought, all right, no big deal.
Cats take after their owners. That's why Atlas has the bone cat. Dude, the cat that I have back here in this half of the house is an absolute maniac. Like she's a delight, an absolute lap cat, and loves to be pet. Just don't bring fruit around her. You're gonna get mauled. It's actually insane. I don't know who let her live like that.
That's the first impression. That's going to happen, right? Maybe he'll soften up. They come over again. He hides behind the couch for 2.5 hours straight. Just won't come out.
Pretty kitty is short.
So
this
he
is
just
true
kept trying,
in Amish.
and it doesn't work. He does not basically, warm up to anyone but us. He's that kind of cat.
Which just begs the question, if he went through this trial phase where he was trying to get some individual over to the house to watch over Jasper, and Jasper didn't take to it, and he wasn't having a good time, and all of that, how did the CT trip happen? What's the truth with Jasper? Can he really exist by himself for several days in a row? Or is this just DSP twisting what the reality is, which is that they hired this person regardless? It didn't go as well as they would hoped, but they just made it work and laughed. I mean, what are we dealing with here? What's the God's honest truth, dude?
So sadly, there's nothing we can do about it. He hates all other people, and he's deathly afraid of them. I'm just curious with the new cards. So let's actually talk about this now. With the new Pokemon cards, okay? What is the highest value of a new card today? I'm curious. Like, what would be considered a high value card that you could get out of a new box? How rare are they, and what are they valued at today? Because obviously, you could get a card from the 1990s that's worth like $1 million. But the question is, what is...
Wait. Is that... I'm fluctuating miasma saying not in that box. I was going to say, is that how that works? Can you get a card from the 90s in a modern run pack today? Or is this guy just really dented? I didn't think that that's how it worked. I feel like that would fuck the scarcity up, boss.
Is the value of cards today? Tony Macaroni, I don't care. Tony Macaroni says, you realize when investing...
Yeah, reprints is exactly what I thought it would be. You're not pulling an actual card from the 90s in a 2026 edition of fucking Pokemon. They're just keeping them in the back for 36 years? I'm pressing X, Chief.
In card games, you have to keep the box sealed. Don't open it. Wait a few years and resell it for possible content. Opening it kills its value. I don't care. I'm not a Pokemon investor. I don't have a channel on YouTube called Unsleeved Media that's focused around it.
Gotta draw the
I'm not
equivalent.
going to be doing it. I'm doing it as part of content for fun with you guys. Do you understand that? This is not meant to be a financial investment. It's an investment in my content. Do you understand?
This is an investment in the content. I don't know how he can say that with a straight face, knowing exactly what the situation is going to look like when he decides to do it. I mean, I guess he wouldn't know how much money is going to roll in or how much they like it. But the idea that purchasing a pack of cards and opening them on stream is an investment that is going to somehow improve the quality of the stream and provide a level of entertainment unseen before... there's no fucking way, dude. This is an insane dream we have.
This is what I'm asking you, Pot of Greed. He says, how would you know what cards are a hit and what aren't? This would be up to you guys. I don't know anything about it. Right? So that's what I'm saying.
And it's something that he is doing and he's not even informed on. There's such a transparent lack of passion that it's obviously a grift. It's obviously trying to cash in on something that he doesn't really have any interest nor care in. Which I don't know how anybody can enjoy it. I can't think of a word other than transparent. It's embarrassing and pathetic and see-through, which is the equivalent of transparent. Who wants to see somebody who doesn't care about something do that thing? If you're not into cars, you're not gonna watch somebody review and race cars and then tell you about them if they're not even into it. That's a waste of your time.
I would need you guys.
There's no knowledge to be gained.
Unpackings to tell me, is that a good card? Is it not a good card? What's the value? What are the chase cards? I don't know. Because I'm sure it's the rarity of the cards individually, and then I'm sure there's variants, right? There's probably a card that's different from the regular one, and that's what makes it more valuable. Back in the day, there was different ones. There were holofoil, and what is the card would look like a hologram, like rainbow color. There were ones that had the gold metallic print. So it would be a normal card, but the entire card's print would be gold, and that would be a rare variant. And then there would be actual insanely rare inserts. They're just standalone cards that don't have a regular version. And those were the rarest. I remember when I used to have the X-Men cards, it was actual a 3D hologram card of like Magneto. I had a Magneto 3D hologram card, and it was worth a lot at that time. And then the whole market fell apart, and it had zero value afterward.
He's always been peak consumer, by the way. Anything that he could buy and waste money on that provides absolutely no utilitarian value whatsoever, that's DSP's love, dude. I swear. Anything to spend money and get nothing out of it, that's always been DSP's jam. Look at the statues. How many fucking statues did he purchase that literally did nothing but waste his time, waste the space in his fucking apartment, sorry, the condo, and then become a burden later when he had to resell?
What's the name of the set?
Bought himself chores is
highest
essentially
value-
what he did. With all of his big YouTube fucking money, too. Absolutely insane amount of income coming through. And all he did was buy himself chores years down the road.
Box is right now. That's what I got. I told you yesterday. I read it off the website. The ME1 Mega Evolution Booster Box, 36 unopened packs. 30, the box of 36. Remember, I did buy.
Yeah, 36 packs of cards with, I think, 12 per, I think, is the breakdown of how many cards. Somebody was asking earlier. I don't know if they got their
The
answer.
3-card display for the WWE cards, and I didn't get any good ones, so I'll just throw those out. Seriously, I'm probably just going to throw the WWE cards out. They're garbage. And if I get good Pokemon cards, I'll put them in there. Speaking of which, right now, if you guys are interested, if you're excited that I did
It's
this, why
11
aren't you
per?
supporting the
Okay,
stream
my
right
bad,
now?
my bad.
Why aren't you showering me in support? Say, wow, Phil reinvested in the business yet again?
By buying Pokemon cards. Dude, I'm going to go buy fucking Warhammer minis and then just show them to you on camera and start describing them to my wife as an investment to the stream. I think that might be the move. I think my local Warhammer store is going to see a massive influx, okay? I think it's time.
That 20,
It's
30th
so
time in the
fucking
last year?
stupid.
That's amazing. I'm very
Even funnier because I don't even play tabletop. I would just be painting minis to paint them. At least that's a hobby. That's one of the things that's getting me the most about this. If he were to actually play the fucking game, like the card game, I wouldn't even have that much to say. All right, he's using them, he's getting something out of them. That's a hobby. Just opening packs of cards is not a hobby. Spending money is not a pastime. I'm sorry. It's embarrassing.
happy that Phil reinvests in his content and improves it and does different things. I'm going to reward his good behaviors with support right now. That would be amazing if you did that. Show some hairy cleavage and the support will come. Well, I didn't wear a muscle shirt today, admittedly. I'm not wearing a muscle shirt today. But remember, if we do get the frog animation, I'll do a flex. And I worked out last night. Oh, you guys will get a kick out of this. All right.
You guys are going to love
So
this.
all
Get this,
along,
right?
I've
Follow.
been telling you guys, okay, that I maxed out my free weights. Ladies and gentlemen, I lied. I absolutely lied. Because
Shocker. Nobody has ever heard this one before. DSP, a liar? Oh my God.
last night I went to work out and I said, okay, this is going to be the last week now for me to use these free
And
weights.
it's about as stupid
So,
fucking weights.
I went over to the rack that they sit on because this is the rack where they auto adjust it. Okay, so the way they work, it's just what is it called? The dumbbell. The dumbbell itself is just the handle, but this is an adjustable free weight where you don't have to load the weights on and off. You put it into the base, and then as you rotate, it increases the weight. So you could go like 5 pounds, 7.5 pounds, 10 pounds, 12 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds, 25. You know what I'm saying? So the more you adjust it, the heavier it gets. I swear, I thought I had maxed it out and done all the weight. I didn't. There was an extra 2.5 pound mini weights on the edges that I hadn't been using, and I didn't even realize it because I've been using the weight that I'm using right now.
Notice he'll never actually say what the weight is. It's always, I've maxed them out. He never shows them to you. He doesn't tell you the brand. He's like, it's like he's scared to tell you the amount of numbers he's pushing, which is so odd for somebody who is blatantly throwing in your face all of the time how much he's working out and how healthy he is and how he's ripped to the fucking gills and his six-pack is insane. Yeah, but we can't even tell you the fucking numbers we're pushing. Maybe we should shut up about it then, eh? Thank you, 18 quintillion planets. That's a lot of fucking planets. Saying for the 13 months. I appreciate it, dude. And you say, bro, if I hear him explain this weight shit again, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. It's in the clip. I gotta leave it in.
Using that for like a month and a half, and I thought that I had done it all. I didn't. I was like, oh, So let me just do now. This is my last week using these. Let me actually max it out. So I did. I actually went to the highest weight, maximum weight. So now there's nothing left. And I did my workout with those. And admittedly, it was harder. Like, it was actually much tougher. And
No
at the final
way.
set, I actually couldn't do it.
Guys, if you're lifting weights and then you add more weight, it gets harder. I know this is new information to you, just like DSP lying, but fuck.
As many reps as I usually do because I was straining with just that
These
little bit of additional
revelations
weight
are
of like 2.5
life-changing.
pounds on each. It was like 5 pounds total. I was like, oh man, it's tough.
2.5 plus 2.5 is 5 pounds. Holy
You missed
shit!
It wasn't the frog flex. Draven wanted the frog flex. We didn't get it. But so anyway,
Yeah, and that's kind of going missing, I think, in all of this. Rockman Raiden, never touching them again after this. Absolutely, we got that new weight machine. That's why he was off yesterday. That's why he's off today. He's got to carry all 900 pounds up the stairs and have Kat lay down so he can build it on top of her or whatever. But those weights are going to go in the closet. They're going to start melting from his grotesque Nurgle aura. He's going to pick them up during the Indivestance Day marathon next to his wheel, and they're both going to be covered in goo, and he's going to complain that nothing ever lasts, and it's the developer's fault, and he did everything correct and nothing wrong, and then we'll throw them out. I mean, again, it's just consumerism. It's buying plastic and garbage so that it can go into a landfill one day right down the road from his house. How cool, right?
now I actually have completely maxed out my dumbbells. So I'm glad that this weight machine is coming this week because I can't go any further. With this weight machine, I'll be able to add. I'm trying to think from my free weights to this, it's an additional 25 pounds. Well, see, it's different. Here's why. When you're using dumbbells, he tried it again. We still didn't get it. When we use dumbbells, you're weighing individually. With this weight machine, you're sharing. You don't do individual pulls. You're doing the bar together. So like right now when I'm doing my curls, I'm just doing the one arm. But with this machine, I'm going to be doing the bar that's both arms at once. See?
Right.
Oh, it's time, baby.
Have I ever told you that sometimes when I pull up on stream and we do segments like this, I fucking hate it. Like, I like hanging out. I like complaining about the guy. It's a good time. But there are certain segments that genuinely I wish I could just... And I could not do them. Don't get me wrong. I could not do them, but I would be doing a disservice to you. Okay.
It's time to flex. Yes, 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 frog. Very, very nice. Flex there. We got the frog flex. Perfect. Yeah. Feel that pump, baby.
It's just so fucking cringe.
Okay,
dude.
we got it.
It's not a good flex. It's not impressive. He looks bulbous in all the wrong ways. His gritting, baring teeth on something that is so trivial at the age that he is like I said, it's just embarrassing, man. Gay is a good way to put it, Seven. I like that.
All right. So anyway, yeah, I did max it last night, but when I get the machine, I believe I'm going to be able to increase it another 50 pounds. But for both. So I guess it would be another 25 pounds each. Yeah. Which is the equivalent of the dumbbells, because I was looking for free weights versus the machine. Free weight dumbbells basically are the equivalent of the machine. And that's what I mean. Like what the machine can do, max capacity weight, is basically what the dumbbells, if I bought better ones, what they would also be. So I might as well just get the machine because the machine is safe. I don't have to.
Yeah, we might as well just spend an additional fucking $3,000 as opposed to the free weights because, well, of course, it's safer. I guess the robotic machine that he will have no control over on the internals is just safer. Okay, right. No, I agree, dude. You won't be able to injure yourself whatsoever with the machine that's controlled by a robot. I agree.
Hurting myself or anything like that.
The free weights with no internal mechanisms that are literally just weight are far more dangerous, of course.
Captain Maverick says you have more sag under the arm than muscle. I have zero sag under the arm. This is a muscle. Look, there's literally no sag. It's all muscle.
Flap it. Stop flexing, you fucking mong, and flap it. Let that shit relax, put your arm out straight, and let her hang. There's absolutely fucking sag there. You're out of your mind if you're convinced that there isn't. Are you joking me? This guy is so fucking stupid and such a fucking liar.
Again, what the hell are you talking about? There's no fat on the arm. What a weirdo.
Brother, pull your wings out.
Pretty crazy and different, right? If you had told me years ago that I would be 170 pounds and I would be muscularly flexing on stream for contributions, I'd be like, you're insane. Like, what are you talking about? I'm a fat slob, you know? And now reality.
Now, keep in mind, whenever you called DSP a fat slob before, he would have denied it vehemently, called you a detractor, said you don't know what you're talking about, you're out of your mind, you're in a circle jerk session, echo chamber style, and you would be better off, you know, the face of the planet, or whatever he says. But now if you said, he would have agreed with you, of course, obviously.
He is so silly and ridiculous, but good. You know what I mean?
Self-awareness
Like,
in hindsight is not self-awareness.
and working out and doing this, it's funny as hell. And it is motivating too. Like, I want to keep up doing it, because now I know that everyone knows that I'm working out and everything, and I want to keep up with it, and I want to get better. You know, this machine is actually going to help it.
And that should be telling to you about who DSP is as a person. Now that he's told other people that he's doing something, now that it could reflect poorly on him from other people's perspectives, he's more inclined to do it. This is not about, being a better individual. This is not about improving his own health, his own life. This is not something that he cares about personally for his own sake. It's simply the fact that other people know he's doing it, so now he has to keep up the impression that he is, which is why I can't believe when this guy says anything about it, because he's a known fucking liar to always keep up the image that he's successful. Why would I believe this nonsense? Also, I think this might be the most accurate representation of DSP to exist on the internet. When my friend sent this Pokemon to me as a reference for the thumbnail, I could not believe just how Kino it was in comparison to DSP's body. This is really what he looks like. The weird, like, bulbous, out of shape arms with the sagging everything else, and he's definitely still got this pouch here. I think this is it. I think this is what DSP looks like in real life.
I think I'm going to be able to do so many different exercises that I'm not doing right now. I'm going to be able to do them much faster and safer. Because honestly, that's why I stopped working out as much with the variety I was doing. When I started working out last year, I worked out 6 days a week. I was alternating different days, different exercises, okay? But then I stopped because, number one, it took too long. Number two, the swapping out of the weights was just cumbersome. Number three, it was making too much noise because I'm working out with a bench and everything. It's like creaking loud and shit.
I thought he didn't have a bench. I thought that's why we had to get the weight machine, was because we didn't have enough room for the bench. But now the bench is the thing that's making noise? Am I wrong here? Am I misunderstanding the narrative, or I'm confused?
Even though, you know, it's a new bench, it's a piece of shit. You know, they're all made in China. They're all garbage. So they're all loud.
Also, you don't have to buy Chinese products. You could just go out of your way to buy American. Many people do, actually. I've seen people pay way more money to buy American, but DSP doesn't have that in him. Despite trying to spend as much money as humanly possible at all times of the day, he somehow missed out on buying American and only wants to buy cheap Chinese shit.
Fuck, and
Very cool.
Tightening it, lubing it, still fucking creaky as shit, piece of garbage. So I cut down on how much I was working. I was working out 6 days a week. Now I cut it down. I work out about 3 to 4 days a week now. Basically, I work out, then I have a break, then I work out, then I have a break. But now that the machine is coming, I'm probably going to go back to working out more often, but shorter sets. Like, I used to work out 20, 30 minutes a set, 6 days a week. Now I'm working out 3 to 4 days a week, but it's an hour. Okay? What I want to do is get back down to like 20, 30 minutes, but now I can do more exercises more quickly and safer, swapping the weights around on this machine. It's going to work out better. So that's what I'm working for now. Scary Jokes has done a $5 super chat and says, Sire, the detractors are raging. They know you have a great chance to find the most expensive cards. You need to buy more to felt them. All right.
This is a huge LARP, by the way. I really hope he listens to this. I hope that he takes this and runs with it to the moon. I hope Pokemon cards on the DSP stream never cease. I hope he buys them infinitely. I hope he wastes all of the time possible unboxing them for a pittance, and he loses out massively. And then he realizes that it was a bad idea, but he's in too deep. I hope that's where we wind up.
We all know that the detractors are brokey bums who could never afford a box of Pokemon cards anyway. That's why they're seething at my purchase. Correct. Absolutely
yes,
correct.
Sire. Please spend additional thousands of dollars on useless cards. You're owning the trolls. You're felting them, I promise.
Kevin, whoever you are, Kevin, it's time for a flex, Kevin.
Now, keep in mind, this is a grown, successful, married man who's obviously very mature and has a family and knows better than all of you. Hang on. I'm gonna grab this real quick. Oh shit, my keyboard's off. My bad. Hang on. It's not doing it. I'm illiterate. I was hitting screen lock instead of print screen. All right. We'll move on positively.
Yeah. There we go. Sadly, it doesn't say Draven. I can't make it say Draven. I don't know who the hell Kevin is. But there you go. They're not, I'm telling you, one arm is not bigger than the other. The problem is the angle of the camera. It shows up differently. So
turn the other way. Turn the other fucking direction when you flex then. What do you... I fucking hate this guy so much.
When I go like this, okay, you can see it clearly because I'm leaning my arm forward. I can't do that with this arm because I'm striking the microphone. So if I move the microphone, right, then you can see I deflect.
That they're clearly different sizes, and that one of them is clearly his jerking arm. Like, obviously, it's not even the same flex, like, whatsoever. Also, we didn't have to move the microphone. We could have scooted the fucking seat over 1 inch, and it would have cleared. But okay. Thank you to the dude for 2. I really appreciate it, bro. It's like, I hope the card he buys are fake ones. That would be so funny if they were all actually resealed packs and he didn't know. That would be premium.
And there you go. You see, but now the microphone's out of position. There you go. Bilbo Swaggins, thanks for 500 kicks. If you think that anything LTG says is of any kind of value or importance to me, you're sadly mistaken.
LTG said you're a man baby for wanting to open Pokemon cards. His words, not mine. Well, that's true. Now, I hate to agree with LTG. I hate to agree with any lolcow, but when they say facts, they say facts. I would be dented if I didn't agree with the truth and the reality.
Taken. But thank you.
Yeah, rare LTGW.
For the record, LTG couldn't afford to buy Pokemon cards because he has back child support that he owes, so he has to pay that first.
Bitch, you have back taxes. Like, at least, look, there's proof LTG fucks, okay? Whether or not that's actually his child, the world may never know. But at least there's evidence that LTG fucks, and I would rather be paying fucking child support that goes to the child than giving the government back taxes because he was too fucking stupid to pay his taxes in real time. Insane, bro.
He can't drop $300 for a box of Pokemon cards.
He can't drop $300 for a box of Pokemon cards. He's too busy paying for his daughter. What a fucking loser, right? What a chud.
Dreamin says that's not right.
He should be a childless waste of space and oxygen like the guy. That would be really owning the trolls.
He probably will buy Pokemon cards, but then he'll just owe more on child support that he won't pay. I mean, one day I'm sure we'll talk about it. You know, that was one of the things that, you know, since I did my April 1st King's Court on LTG, there's been massive developments with that guy, with the stuff that he's been doing in real life. It's like, what the hell is wrong with this idiot? Like, you can't make up the shit that he's been involved in. What a moron.
I say that about DSP all the time.
That's for
trying to explain the bank leaks to somebody outside of the Snortex is one of the wildest, conspiracy theories I've ever tried to pitch. Like, you are better off explaining real-world conspiracy theories than getting someone to understand the depths of DSP's depravity. Legitimately. They can't even fathom how twisted and retarded this individual is.
That's not for us to talk about on a random morning show. That would be a waste of content.
All right. So that was the end of the hype. The Pokemon hype up, we got to get the people interested. We got to get the people going. So this is what the lead up was for, right? And I'm going to skip a couple of days. We're going to go on to the actual Pokemon unboxing, okay? So here is DSP with all of his knickknacks, doodads, gizmos, and props, we'll call them.
Okay, folks. So we're getting serious, all right? If we're going to unpack cards,
we will not watch this whole thing, I promise.
We have
I can't do it again.
Gloves, so that I don't get any body oils on the cards. They will be absolutely pristine. That's what we're talking about. We're going to white glove treat the cards today, all right? That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Now, while you might see the gloves as a ridiculous gimmick that should have never existed, a waste of time and a waste of money, they might be the most utilized aspect of this whole thing because DSP's pig grease will legitimately eat through the material. As it does everything else in that room, it's all on a timer. Once things enter that room, they will literally expire and melt away. So that the gloves, to prolong the life and to keep the grease away, is honestly kind of high IQ, whether he knows it or not. He's got the right idea, but for the wrong reason. Thank you, Crooked Hound, for the 5, saying only beta losers actually take care of their kids, unlike successful chads like Phil, who have money to burn on Legos and Pokemon cards. Well, obviously, he's like, he's what every adult really wants to be, a childless individual who does nothing but can indulge in consumerism and hedonism and have the fattest wife on the planet. That's not true. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but she is fat. That's what everybody wants. They want a fat wife that they can't even pork. Hell yeah, dude.
All right. So let's go. Let's get these gloves on.
Can't believe Atlas is giving him the W on the gloves.
This is very
Sorry,
serious
boss.
business. You understand?
He is Nurgle maxing.
Here we go.
I was originally going to call this stream Nurgle maxing, but then when I tried to come up with a thumbnail, it wasn't clicking in my brain. So I had to rejigger the stream, as I'm fond of saying.
I look like Mickey Mouse. Okay.
And then he had to give you the little Mickey laugh.
Very nice. Okay. So first, here's what I got to put the cards in. And yeah, I went with the name brand stuff.
Of course we went with the name brand stuff. We can't even get a fucking generic binder, dude. You can't even buy the Walmart branded Trapper Keeper for your fucking children's game, fucking card game. This is insane, man. He needs to be relinquished of his bank account post haste. Honestly, he needs like a conservatorship or something. He's just too disabled to function in real life and actually contribute. I'm being honest with you. This is insanity, dude.
Ultra Pro is the name brand company for card, storage and the like. So I got a binder that's actually a 360 card binder. It's enough to actually have all of the cards in this box in it, if I so choose to store them that way. Okay, so let's see
If I choose to store them that way. Well, you bought this shit, bro. Just use it. You'd be stupid if you didn't.
This. I have a knife right here. Okay. Here it is. Look at this. Beautiful black binder. Has a elastic band to hold it closed.
The shit's not even in half of the frame. Like, we went all out. We opened up our fucking second camera lens and all the props and all the stops so that it could be half out of the fucking frame. Because you've got like a fourth of it going to this dipshit in the corner so you can see the back of his flat fucking skull. That's what we're dealing with today. I hope you guys are loving this. I hope you're, like I said, ready for this to carry on to infinitum or whatever the fuck.
That's what it looks
Sorry,
like.
I'm being toxic. I'm not a Pokemon enjoyer.
Scoot that down. Oh, it even has, look at that. It even has some nice tissue paper in there. There you go. So here you go. Oh, this is nice, actually. This is better than what I used to have when I was a kid. So I used to collect cards when I was a kid, and I had binders just like this. However, those binders, they were the transparent sleeves. They weren't the ones that actually had like the stuff between, like this black between. It didn't have that. They were like see-through. So you could see both sides of the card, okay?
Oh, wow.
So there you go. Very nice. And this holds 360 cards. Yep.
He said yup like he just finished counting. Yup. Like he didn't just read it on the fucking Amazon page and then call it a day, dude. Pretending to know shit.
Pretty nice binder, I would say. Okay.
Oh, my Amazon package shipped, guys.
So there you go. That's
unrelated.
The binder. I do like that it has the elastic to keep it closed.
Oh, yeah. I love the elastic.
Nice
we needed
touch.
that.
All right.
Wait, hang on. Why the fuck do you need elastic to keep it closed? Does gravity not do that job? Are we serious right now?
These are just
Holy
standard
shit.
card sleeves. I won't open these right away because this is if you want to actually like show off the cards without touching them. You put them in a sleeve like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But this is a set of 25 hard case top loaders along with sleeves. So
Amazing.
if I get any good cards, I put it in a
Uh-huh.
sleeve, and then I immediately put it into a top loader for storage. That's pretty cool. All right. Go ahead and open that.
Also, the use of the pocket knife for everything. Just something about the way he's wielding it that's screaming limp-wristed, rainbow-style energy. I don't know. Maybe it's just DSP as an individual should not own a pocket knife in the same way that he needs a conservatorship for his bank account. I think we might need to remove the knife from him. Let's be honest here.
Of course, it's kind of hard to grab when you're wearing gloves. All right. Top loader combos. Here you go. Of course, this is also in
DSP on
plastic. It's
Caleb
plastic
Hammer?
in
Yeah, I'd
plastic
watch
in
that.
plastic.
Not the
Here's
biggest
your
Caleb
sleeves,
Hammer
and
enjoyer,
these are going to
but
be your top loader hard cases. Very nice.
you know, there was specifically a Caleb Hammer episode where this unemployed style individual was spending like $2,000 a month on fucking Pokemon cards. I did actually see that one. That could be DSP's future. I'm praying that it is. I hope he falls down a rabbit hole he can't crawl out of, and then
This
we
is
can be
actually,
done with it.
sealed. Here we are. Thank you so much. Regenerate. So here we are.
Amazing.
There's your top loader sleeve. That's what it looks like. Nice.
Now,
and
this is the
durable and hard
content
and
that the dents
protective.
they
This is
come
the
for.
sleeve that you
This,
put a good
dude.
card in. You put it into the sleeve there, and then into the top loader. There
It
you
keeps
go.
them coming.
There we are. Had that open because we might get a good card today. I don't know if we will or won't. We might. You never know. So we're ready to go.
And he's just hyping up this 1% maybe chance that he gets a good card, as if his pig roach luck is going to come through today. It didn't come through on the fucking WWE cards. It's not coming through on the Pokemon, man. And even if it did, he claims that he wouldn't sell it anyway, so what fucking difference does it make? Yeah, Penitent Sin
good
confirming,
card,
not
we are
even
good to go.
1%.
Okay.
Holy, hang on. Can I run that back? Let's look how thin that was.
Get a good card. We are good to go. Okay.
All right. There you go. There's your shot. In case you wanted to know how thin the top was getting from the closest angle possible, there you have it. We've got a big crevice building, boys. She's not slowing down. Look, everybody
Thank you
falls to
to
the Norwood
Regenerate for $2
eventually.
to
They
show-
call him the Norwood Reaper for a reason. I just think that when it's that bad, bro, just cut the shit off. You can just be done. You just have the dignity. Let the sun see the scalp, man. Just bask in it.
Support. I'm really excited to see Forza 6. All right.
Good
well, let's
for
see.
you. Get more vitamin D or something.
People want Forza 6 this week, and if they do, I will play
Atlas
it.
is
Let's
gonna
see if
get
people want it.
Norwooded eventually,
All
man.
right,
It's
folks,
all right.
This is it.
You just can't
This
have
is the
any,
moment you've all been waiting for.
you know, shame
Okay.
about it.
We are going to break the seal on this unopened box of Mega Evolution Pokemon cards.
So we're about
We're
to
gonna take a look at
devalue
it.
this
First time
pack
ever. I've
right
never
now.
seen anything like this. I've never done this before. First time ever in my life opening a pack of Pokemon cards. Okay.
Even Jenna's on the
Breaking
scale.
the
Yo, is
seal.
Jenna getting Norwood Reapered? That's
Here we
tough.
go. Destroying the value.
He is actually destroying the value right now. I understand that he's
is.
making a joke and a meme of it, but that is objectively what is happening.
For the record, people are incredibly upset that I'm doing this. That I'm serious. There's people in Kick Chat who are absolutely losing their shit that DSP is about to open Pokemon cards on stream. That's hilarious. Okay, so here's what it looks like.
Well, they were saying that he's Jeremy maxing, which is not something that you really want to be called out for.
Pretty nice
being
art
honest.
there. Mega evolve your strength to the next. What does it say? The next stage. Yeah. There you go. It's real. It was authentically sealed. It's not a reseal. It's not a scam. It's a
Authentically
real.
sealed.
Here we are. 36 packs. All right. So we're going to do Our first ever unpacked.
I really just can't believe something like this costs $300 and people spend money on it. I remember passing Pokemon cards in the store as an adolescent and seeing, like, you know, something like this sitting on the shelf and being like, wow, people would pay for that?
King
I guess they do.
of Pokemon
Shout out
trading
DSP.
cards.
$300.
Do the packs look different? I've never seen these before. They do look different. Take a look at that.
Those
They
are
actually
scalped
do look
prices.
different. They have different Pokemon.
I'm gonna be
on-
honest, bro. Spending any money on this if you don't play the fucking game ain't worth it to me.
front.
I'm
That's
a little
Gardevoir.
tight-fisted in that
That's
department.
Lucario. I'm just curious if I go back here. There's Gardevoir again. Do they go in a certain order? So let's see. There's Gardevoir, right? Lucario.
Let's dissect this, guys. Let's break it down.
It's this. I don't know which one that is. Is that Kangaskhan?
On our Lucio
that's
shit here. Let's
Kangaskhan.
break it down.
Who's that? Is that Gloom?
We don't even know the fucking Pokemon, bro. We're gonna be pulling Pokemon we've never seen before, and we don't even know who they are.
No, that's Venusaur. Okay, so it's 4. It's those 4. Okay, got it. All right. So here's the question. Right? What do we do here? By the way, that's a number printed on the cardboard. I don't know what that represents.
Great. Thanks for pointing it out then, fuckhead. I really
All
am
right.
being toxic.
So what
That
do you
is my
think?
bad.
Should we take a pack from the middle? Should we take a pack from the
I'm gonna
back?
try
Should
and
we take
come
a pack
out of
from
it.
the
I
front?
think if
Does
we
it
get
even
off
matter?
Pokemon, I can move
Right?
on, but
What do you think? What do you mean just open it and get on with it? No, you're supposed to build the suspense.
and that's the other thing that kills me about this is there's a fucking 100,000 Pokemon channels out there or card opening channels that exist. You can watch people unbox cards live and have them shipped to you for a fraction of the price that DSP is going to expect for this to happen on his own stream. Why wouldn't they just go there where they have a better setup? They do it faster. They don't draw it out. They don't ask you what the price of it is. Why wouldn't they just go do that and then tab back over? Who gets anything out of this?
Okay. I got a host. Thank you to Chud Logic, who just hosted with 528 viewers. How you
What a
guys doing?
fucking loser
I'm about to
Chud
do my
Logic
very
is for
first
this
ever
then, huh?
Pokemon card
I don't really know
unboxing
shit
live
about
on
that guy,
stream.
but I've never seen anything I like.
Welcome to the new viewers. All right.
I'm just being a hater. Sorry if you
All right,
like
let's
Chud
go.
Logic,
Here, I'm just
I
going to pull a
guess.
pack out of the middle. Ready? All right, we're going to open this one. It's a Gardevoir.
Yeah, Chud indeed.
Okay.
He must have done it for the meme. I don't give a shit.
All right, so
I really don't.
first ever
Encouraging DSP in any way that benefits him low-key might be a step too far.
opening of cards here on my stream. Here,
All
shall
right,
we
here we
actually
go,
do it this way?
folks. We're finally
Let's
going to
just do
open
it
them.
plain- Right there. There you go.
Let's just put it right on the mouse pad that all of our grease is soaked into. Let's do that.
All right, so Gardevoir on the pack. It's authentic.
It's authentic, guys. You can see
Okay.
by me showing you the
I
back.
think there's
It's
10,
authentic. I would never
10
be
cards
duped.
in here, right? 10 cards in a pack, I believe. Okay. That's right. I have no idea what any of the value of any of these cards are. I've never done Pokemon card stuff before. So I have no idea what we're about to see in here. Okay?
But again, you're supposed to be buying into this as the audience. You're supposed to think this is hype, this is interesting, but he has never done this before. He doesn't know shit about Pokemon, nor how to play the actual game or any of the value of the cards inside. So who is this for?
You're right. I don't know how to reveal the cards properly. What's the proper
Oh
method
my
to do
fuck.
this? What is it? How do I do it?
Brother, they call it ripping packs, rip or open. Get to it.
Swap the last 3 cards so the rare is in the back? What the hell does that mean? No, I don't know that. How do you do that? Here's what I'm going to do. So we're going to open the pack, okay? Let's open it.
Let's open it. Let's go ahead.
Wow, I can't open it. Because I'm wearing gloves. I can't... I'm wearing gloves. I can't open the pack.
Keep in mind, this guy's supposedly curling 50 pounds for each arm or something akin to that. And he can't open the pack of cards, guys. It's the gloves. It's the super dry gloves that don't have any oils on them whatsoever that's prohibiting him from opening the pack.
Because it's
obviously.
too slippery. I have no grip. I
It's
can't
too
grip
slippery.
the pack. Look. I actually can't open it. What the hell?
This guy's
How do
pussy.
you open this thing?
I would just put it bluntly.
It's not a reseal, as you can see. It's not a reseal.
Literal children open packs of
It's,
cards.
you know, genuinely sealed and everything. It's not a reseal.
Thank you to the do for the
I-
2 saying, wait till he gets to the energy cards. Oh, I hope we make it that far. I might not.
Since the 90s.
I might give up.
Use scissors? Okay, I'll go get scissors then. All right, let me do that. People are saying get scissors. Okay.
All right, let's go get scissors, guys. Be right back. Let me stop everything and continue to wear the gloves. By the way, so we're gonna go infect the gloves with everything else in the house that has oil on it from previously being used by the pig. We're gonna go. Yeah, let's go do that. Sounds good.
Scissors, so I don't destroy anything.
We are no longer ripping packs, by the way. We have done it the most sissified way possible.
Sounds like a plan. Let's make sure the cards are in the bottom of the pack then, shall we? Before I destroy all my cards. Okay. All right, ready?
Ready? Like, you got to brace yourself.
Okay. So how does this work?
He didn't even
Which is the
cut it
top,
all
which
the
is the
way. I know it's a small nitpick, but he didn't even fucking you used scissors. Just take it all the way off, bro. Don't leave the fucking tab on there. I'm being irate.
Because I don't want to spoil myself.
So fucking
I have
dumb,
no
dude.
idea.
I hate this guy.
I think that's okay.
It's like, you know, when you watch people open up a can of pop, as they say in the Midwest, or a can of soda, or whatever you want to call it. Don't call it a can of Coke unless it is. And they don't put the fucking tab down when they go to take the first drink. Just put the tab down. Just put it down.
See here?
Thank you, Son of Jade, for the 2,500 CLP. I don't know what that is, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Saying seeing this shit live was like my own personal 9/11. It might be worse. Might be worse. Depends on how much you care about New Yorkers.
I'll get the hang of this eventually once I get down to doing it. This is my first time doing it. Ever. Oh my God, I still can't get them out. Here, I'm just going to do this. Okay. All right, there we go. So that's, okay. So now we're not spoiling, right?
Yeah, my favorite Coke is Mountain
Okay,
Dew.
there we go.
Fuck you.
Now.
I hate that more than anything.
So I don't know what we're looking at here. Is that the rare?
Obviously.
Is that the rare card right there?
Is that the rare, you guys? Was it that easy? Did I instantly spend all my luck? Am I just the best?
Because it looks completely different from these others.
Mashing buttons. Thank you for the 2. Saying those Mickey Mouse gloves are so short bus style. I agree. I don't know who told him that was a good idea.
That's
Like I
not
said
it. Why does
earlier,
it look
it was
different?
for all the wrong reasons.
That's an online card, code card. Oh, what the hell is that? There's an online
the hell's
code in this too.
What the hell is a code card, guys?
Code
Use
card
that
for an
online?
online game.
Huh? Actually play the game. Fuck that. Also, yeah, I aren't laughing. The skeletal arms, absolutely, dude. He's obviously ripped. He's super swole.
Card. Oh,
He's
I didn't
gonna
know
lift
that
a
these even
car.
had promo cards in them. All right. So what do I do with this?
Is that the money?
So what was this about swapping too? Because you guys were like swap
Oh my
certain cards to the
God.
back. Like, what do I want to swap here?
And he's just sliding them all over each other. Like, we're going to pretend to put them in a sleeve and give a fuck and not put oils on them or whatever. We're just sliding them all against each other. Either we care
am I
or we
doing?
don't, man. Why are we half-assing it? Just
You're not sure?
waiting for advice. Guys, how do I look at these cards?
It's a
In what
code if
order do
wanna
I
give it
look
to
at
the
them?
chat. I mean, I'm not going to use it. I don't even know what it is. You go to Pokemon.com, redeem Mega Evolution Digital Booster Pack code. Does anyone want this?
Does anybody want this?
There you go.
Well, Matthew, why is sliding them bad? Look, I don't really give a shit. Slide your fucking Pokemon cards, but if you're going to go out of your way to put them in a sleeve and pretend like you care about them and wear gloves to not get oil, like, you could at least go all of the way and not act like an ignoramus physically with them. Like, you know, like I said, we're just really half-assing it. Either go all the way or don't do it at all.
Okay. Have fun
We
with
could
that.
have
I
opened
guess
this
that's
pack in
zero
45
value, right?
seconds
It's
and
not
been
really a
done if
card.
we didn't give a shit
Okay.
about it.
So you're saying take the 3 back cards and put them to the front? Is that what you're saying?
And now we're like flipping the lucky cigarette
Move the
and
5
smacking the
back cards to
pack or
front. Is it 5
whatever.
or 3? Take back 4 or 5 and move them up front.
And it doesn't matter. This shit is fake and gay. Like, none of this actually makes a difference. If you think you're altering the fucking physical state of the cards and which ones they are by moving them around in this 10-card deck, you're fucking dumb. I don't know what else to tell you, man.
5, 3. Everyone disagrees. Is it 5 or 3 that I'm putting to the
you
front?
packing the can of dip right now.
3. Yeah, apparently this is some kind of a ritual you're supposed to do. It really
But
does
he
not
didn't
matter.
even light
Okay, we'll do
the
3.
incense and pray to
The
the
back 3
Omnissiah,
cards,
so I'm just
1,
kind of confused as to what
2,
ritual we're doing.
3. Okay. And we'll put those up front. And then we'll start looking. Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Ready? Card number 1. It's upside.
It's to make the rare the last card. Is the rare guaranteed to be in like the 3rd slot so that you put it into the back for hype purposes? I don't like. I've never heard that that's the way that cards are made. Where if you were to get a lucky pull, it's to be in a specific spot. People are saying yes. That's fucking stupid. I hate that. Well, I'll just say it like it is. I don't like that. That's fucking dumb. If I'm gonna gamble, don't give me predictive gambling. Fuck you.
Down.
I mean, I'll admit when I'm wrong, I guess, but imagine going to the casino and them being like, yeah, if you're going to win big, you're going to win big on your 3rd, spin and not on your 10th or 11th. Then I'm only going to fucking play 3 and throw the rest out. What are you talking about?
Snover. It's a normal card. Probably 0 value. Standard card, right? Okay.
Waiting for chat to confirm our thesis. Yes, it's a common card worth nothing.
All right. Continuing. Tyrogue. Tyrogue. With pow pow punching. How exciting. Very nice.
Low energy, unknowledgeable about
Okay.
each Pokemon, not really making any sort of commentary on the actual art that's on the card that he's never seen before.
Next card. C-Dot. These are all basic. They all say basic on them, so I'm assuming they have 0 value. C-Dot. It's cute. It's like an acorn, right? Like an acorn Pokemon.
Wow, great
Very nice.
great commentary.
Thank you guys
there.
for the support. I
Very
will shout all this
insightful.
out after I open the pack. Okay?
When
All right.
someone asks what's a LARP, show them this. True.
Next card. Oh, I think
It's just, like I said, it's just so passionless. I can't imagine spending that kind of money hyping up a segment like this and then being so unpassionate about it. What a waste. Thank you, Count Acula, for the 2, saying, suffer, skeleton. Oh, we suffering, boss. We are
are these
suffering.
2? No. It's a weird looking card. What the heck is this? It's an energy card? What does that
Energy
even mean?
cards? Never heard that
Look.
before. This guy doesn't even know what an energy card is. I fucking hate Pokemon. I've never owned a Pokemon card in my entire life. I've never ripped a pack myself. And even I know what a fucking energy card is, dude. Are we serious? This guy's played how many fucking Pokemon games and he doesn't even know energy cards exist in the card game? Oh my fucking god. This might be the longest Atlas segment today. I didn't realize. Look, as
I
an
don't know, I've never
audio
played this
style
game.
during
Energy?
this.
There's an energy card?
Wasn't nearly
Does
as
that
bad.
exist? I guess so. It's a basic energy card. No, I never played
Great.
it. I don't know anything about it, so it's not a Pokemon. It's energy, apparently.
Atlas crashed out my veins about to do something. I'm not actually that angry.
Incredibly
Okay,
common
I'm
card.
not
Fire
actually.
energy.
We're chilling. We're cooling.
Okay. Oh, what's this?
Oh!
What is this?
Oh!
Mega who?
Oh shit, dude! Megalodius. Fuck! It's shiny. Therefore, it has to be worth something, right, guys?
Latias EX. Mega Latias
Yeah.
EX.
Oh,
280.
40
It's metallic.
cents.
It's very shiny.
Oh, my cat's
It's
investigating.
nice
I was
looking.
yelling too
I like
much.
it.
A Mega
I know nothing
Latina.
about it.
Actually, a better pull.
What do you think about this guy? It's basic Mega Latias EX, and it's metallic. I don't know if that means anything, that it's a metallic card.
Have clips turned
Great
off?
and
Not
illusory
intentionally,
info
dude.
Abilities.
It's like I don't know. Unrelated. I'm going to give you a break here. Atlas has clips turned off. That might be true. I also, for some reason, am not allowed to put on like chat after the stream. Like, you know, the archived chat. For some reason, YouTube just won't let me do it. They hate the Atlas crew, the Skeleton Gang, the fucking 41 skulls or whatever.
That's a 5-pounder.
60. It's 60 skulls.
People are saying this is worth about $5.
They hate us. They hate us because they ain't us. Live chat replay. That's what I was looking for. Yes.
Is it worth anything? $3. It's a $3 card. Draven says it's a $90 card. I like how it looks. So I think I'll put it into a sleeve because I definitely like how it looks.
Okay. Sounds good to me, man.
Okay, hold on.
Put it in the sleeve, you guys.
We'll put it in a sleeve. We'll put it in a top loader. I have no idea what the value is. We could look it up later. But it's obvious it's a rare card. Or else it wouldn't be metallic like that, right?
Do I edit the VOD afterwards? I do, but that's because they won't even let me put on chat replay to begin with.
When I'm wearing gloves. Hold on a second. I didn't think this through.
Also, we just handled our glasses and our glasses case and then put them on our face. Something notoriously pig greasy. Of a lot of good those fucking gloves are doing us now, folks.
Like, how am I going to do this?
Imagine putting on your sterile nitrile gloves or whatever for surgery and then adjusting your fucking glasses and picking your ass and then going into surgery.
See. Which, oh, there's the, okay, I was putting it in the wrong side as well. Here we go.
And that's a great point. We needed the glasses to put the fucking card in the case. We couldn't even just slide it through the sleeve glassless.
Metallic, and I could actually touch it, not to worry because I'm not going to get anything on it.
Couldn't fucking figure it out.
I doubt it's worth anything, but hey, it's our first nice metallic card. So I will put it into a sleeve. We'll see. Probably worth like a couple bucks. Not a big deal.
Probably worth a couple bucks.
I would.
It says basic, you guys.
That's an indication that it's just not very good.
See, and he's just so uninformed. He thinks that basic or it being a foil or metallic or shiny or whatever actually has any indication on the price, and that's just not how trading cards work. It's not.
Right?
Stop saying metallic.
Okay.
He says it, so I'm going to.
All right.
Basic means it doesn't need to evolve.
It's my first nice-looking Pokemon card. It probably has
somebody
like
said that in chat earlier. I didn't say it out loud.
Okay?
But
all right. Put that to the side. Sweet. All right, let's continue. Could there be more hits in this pack?
There be more hits.
Probably not. All right.
I guess that was
it's
a hit.
$2 to $3 card. Okay. Ooh, this one is silver shiny. Look at that. Why is it actually shining like that?
Why is it shiny?
So is this like a silver foil? Stuffle, which is the bear, stuffed bear, right? But it's silver metallic.
By the way, I have to say these Pokemon designs are fucking terrible. Even as a Pokemon hater, the designs were way more remarkable in the past. This is low effort and embarrassing. I wouldn't have put this on a card. I couldn't have faced my boss handing this in.
That's called
a
Nintendo
reverse
fell
off. Yeah, I agree.
Reverse foil, it's called.
They're never gonna make it back, guys.
Basic means it's not an evolved Pokemon. It has nothing to do with the value of the card. Okay. So, does it have any value because it's this foil? I don't know the difference. You guys tell me. Stuffle, foil, stuffle.
Would I put the skeleton on a card? I think I have that somewhere. Maybe it's on my PC. Hang on, I'll look.
Every pack has a reverse. $2 on eBay. Is it seriously $2?
Yeah, I have a Atlas style card. It looks like this. It's like a WWE style. I think a way better design than that. To be honest here.
I don't know. No one's saying anything. I'm getting so many.
No one's saying anything.
Feedback. I don't know if it's anything at all. It could be nothing. Right?
And he's just waiting. How much is this worth, you guys? How much is this worth? Please tell me. What's the monetary value on this? Waiting, searching, scanning, praying that it's good.
A rare misprint. No, it's not. It's a bulk card. It has no value. Even though it's shiny metallic. Seriously?
Seriously?
I wonder why it's so shiny if it has no value. Because I'm sure there's probably a regular Stuffle that's not metallic, right?
Uh-huh.
Less than.
And like, if he's not gonna believe them when they say it the first time, why are we sitting around for an additional or third person to confirm? Like, just fucking look it up. He's got 2 PCs in front of him, and he can't even open up a Google tab and just look at the fucking market for what the card he has is. That would honestly be far more informative and entertaining as a stream than literally waiting for unknown randoms to either confirm or deny the value of cards live when they don't even know shit either. I promise you.
And a buck. All right. Well, forget it then. We'll put it down with the others if it's not a big deal. Okay. All right.
This might be the last one, guys.
Another
we might not
metallic.
make it to the next one. Ah, dude, eggs. Execute.
A metallic execute.
I think Execute is unironically a better design than that last one. I think eggs as a creature is more interesting. Sue me
actually
about it.
A plant type, right? Grass type. It's not real eggs. It's seed. They're actually seeds. So that is a metallic grass type execute. All right. It's nice looking. All right.
Plant type. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be grass type? Is that the nomenclature?
And we got executor. So we got execute and executor in the same pack. There you go. But that's just a standard card, right? Nothing special there. Regular card, executor. Okay.
Oh my god, is this just the first pack? Well, let's see what this next card is. Let's see if I even want to watch this.
Of Vitality? What the heck is that?
Don't care. All right, so that's the last Pokemon card we're going to listen to. I think you guys got the gist here. We do have other clips I'd like to watch. But he only does 1 pack. Do we have that included in this clip? We do not. We wrap it up and call it a day. Okay, so he only does 1 pack. Literally, continue watching. Just one more. All right, okay, hang on. Oh, Grumpig. We'll do the Grumpig.
That's a trainer card. Okay. What do we got here? We've got Grumpig.
That's DSP. If I could have remembered Grumpig during the thumbnail, I would have used Grumpig, but I totally forgore his name.
Stage 1 evolution.
And I wasn't
Grumpig.
rewatching this.
Ability Energized Steps. And Energized Steps Grumpig.
The manipulate Pokemon. Yeah, he's got a Psychic Sphere for the dents,
$1,000
indeed.
card. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
But anyway, so that is the we only do 1 pack. It took him 35 to 45 minutes to do this unpack of 11 cards total. And then afterwards, he was, of course, taking feedback. And when people were giving him feedback he didn't want to hear, that he took too long, that it wasn't interesting, that he should do it again, even do an additional one, he didn't like that. Guys, it takes up so much time. It's supposed to be hype. It's supposed to get the people going. Just nothing but L's, to be honest. I don't know how and then he went on to pitch that he wanted to do Pokemon unboxings, right? Because he wants to do Pokemon card unboxing when he plays Pokemon and when he plays the trading card game shop simulator or whatever the fuck. And he was trying to tell people that if they wanted an additional Pokemon opening outside of those 2 gameplay streams, that they would pay $100 to open up 1 pack of Pokemon cards. This pick was legitimately looking to get it just an exponential increase on his investment. Maybe that's why he was calling it an investment, because that's what he was looking to get. Like $1,000 to make up for the $300 he spent on the Pokemon cards. He then got talked down to $50, which I still think is far too high. But especially when you realize that each fucking pack is going to be 35 to 45 minutes. What a waste of time. We really should just be ripping these packs open in sub 5 minutes and calling it a day. But that's all I could stomach of the Pokemon. I want to take you back to the classic DSP stuff, the stuff that doesn't suck so bad, which is, of course, blaming trolls and being angry that streams don't go well. That's far more interesting.
Tried out a few of the games that you played last night on your late stream, and I enjoyed them. It's a shame that there wasn't tons of support last night, but what matters is that you get the word out about indie games. When will the next night be? It'll be tomorrow night, and I'm going to do things differently because, to be honest with everyone, last night was my fault. And you might say, what the hell is Phil talking about? So last night we did a games tryout night 2. So night 1.
Okay, before we get into the games tryout night, Matthew Sentence is giving us a quote of Grumpig. Grumpig uses the black pearls on its body to amplify its psychic power waves for gaining total control over its foe. When this Pokemon uses its special power, its snorting breath grows labored. Oh, fuck, dude. That really is DSP the Pokemon, eh? That's tough.
Was Sunday night.
It's like
And on
Poetic
Sunday
Justice
night,
or
people
something.
suggested games for me to check out and to decide if I was interested in them and add them either to my wish list or my Game Pass library, okay? It went incredibly well. Like, no exaggeration. There was, like, tons of games suggested. I actually got to eliminate some games, add some games. It was a very productive night, and people supported in droves. It was a hugely supported stream, and people were happy to get these games in front of my eyes so I could figure out that they existed and decide if I wanted to play them or not, okay?
What a weird sentence. People were happy to get these games in front of my eyes so that I knew that they existed. Why don't... I just don't know that that's something... that's ever a sentence that had to be said. Why is it so difficult to have your fans show you new games? Why are you so uninformed on games that exist as a professional gameplay streamer? What, like, this isn't a sentence that should have to be said.
Last night, I put the power into the hands of the viewers. I said, hey, let's do a series of polls, and I'll pick the games in the poll, but you vote on the poll and determine what games you want to see me play. I totally
you guys need to get on the
forgot
poll.
that this is exactly what I did last time 2-3 months ago. And that's on me that I don't do this too often because we've actually been very busy recently with so many games that I've been juggling. We haven't needed to have games for the rotation like this. And so when I put the power into the hands of the viewers, what happens is the trolls are so upset that I had such a good Sunday night that they want to ruin the second night. Like, you have no idea how much they were fucking seething that I had a positively supported Sunday night where all I did was look at game trailers. Like, that's literally all I did. I booted up a game. Okay, let's watch the trailer. Does it look good or not? Let me read some reviews. Okay, I'm interested or not, and move on. And I was making bank just sitting there watching games all night.
And while there's a couple of points here. First and foremost being, it does not matter whether or not DSP is successful. It doesn't matter if he had a great stream doing absolutely fuck nothing and being as boring as humanly possible, watching trailers of games he isn't playing, probably won't play, and isn't interested in. None of that matters. The trolls are going to do what the trolls do every single day from now until the end of time, as long as DSP is on the internet. Him gloating about how much money he was making doing X, Y, or Z does nothing but irritate his own fans who don't want to hear about his financial issues or lack thereof in times of boon. And
they can't stand that. They're like, why is Phil successful just watching game trailers? Because again, they're jealous haters. They can't understand that people like me and are interested in seeing my reaction to a game that maybe they like personally, and they're
that wasn't a half-finished thought. That was the end of it, by the way. We're moving on.
Curious if I would like it.
I had a third thing. I forgot it, like DSP.
You see, they couldn't stand that I had such a great stream on Sunday night. They were actually planning and being super intent on sabotaging the Monday night stream.
But where is he getting this information from? What forum is he going on? What Discord is he a part of where all of this is being confirmed behind the scenes? Like, this is just pure speculation because he's a paranoid, delusional freak, as was exposed in those fucking Discord DMs, dude.
I wish that was a joke. I wish that this was like a gross exaggeration.
Yeah,
and I
sources
wish that
he
maybe
made
I
it the
was
fuck
like
up.
hallucinating. But I'm not kidding you. For the 24 hours between Sunday and Monday night, these fucking people are such no-life losers. They wanted to do everything they possibly could to thwart my Monday night stream and make sure that it wasn't successful like Sunday nights because they couldn't stand
everything they possibly could, like tuning into the stream and clicking on a poll option. Everything that they could possibly do, you guys. They went to the ends of the earth to ruin the DSP night stream, obviously. This was their life's mission. They threw it all away to complete this operation, and they all lost their lives doing it. That's how fucking insane and out of whack they are.
That people paid me to look at games on Sunday.
Fuck, that's stupid.
Okay? So, last night, as we were streaming, they would vote whatever game they thought would be the weirdest game and wouldn't work. Okay. Now, admittedly, it didn't really matter because I wanted to check out these games anyway. But
all right, so we're just crying to cry then. Admittedly, everything that I just said was completely irrelevant and made up, but I said it anyway. All right, thanks for the confirmation, fuckhead.
each game, like for example,
Jesus.
Super Meat Boy 3D. Well, it's Super Meat Boy in 3D. It's pretty self-explanatory what it is, correct? And
Seven asking, he says this about the poll every time. Why even do polls? Because he's an idiot and looking for something to complain about. That's really as simple as it is. He just wants to complain and blame other people for not doing well, so he makes it an option. He opens the narrative, you know?
I played Super Meat Boy before during a Rageathon. It didn't really work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was okay for like half an hour to an hour of a Rageathon. But for the most part, most people didn't care past that, and they never requested to ever see me play it again. You know what it is? It's a repetitive, challenging platformer. Okay, big deal. Okay? So why would you want to see that in 3D? Don't know, but that's what they voted for. So we played it for like a half an hour, and to be honest, I don't even think that we played it long enough to get to anything super challenging. Like, I think I beat 12 stages, and it unlocked the boss, so I just played the first boss. I beat him. I was like, okay, that's it. We played it for like 30 minutes. We're on to the next game. Yeah, no one liked it. No shit. Like, I feel like the only way you would like that is if I'm playing much later in the game and it's way more challenging and I'm dying a million times and I'm frustrated and I'm raging. Then you get the entertainment factor out of it. You're not going to get it out of the early first half hour when I'm learning the basics and just turboing through the game, you know? So it was destined to flop, right?
It was destined to flop.
Or how about the Baby in Yellow, which is the second game that was voted in? I actually don't think there's anything wrong.
What the fuck is the Baby in Yellow? I'd never heard of this game. I meant to look it up. I'm gonna look right now, and I'm gonna make you guys sit here in silence while I do. My keyboard's off again. The Baby in Yellow. I'm gonna type it in like a boomer. Oh, okay. This is one of those memer streamer games. Okay, I gotcha. I'm seeing the screenshots. I've seen clips of this. Never interested me. Got
the Baby in Yellow at all. I actually think that the Baby in Yellow is a fine little indie game that probably would be spooky, but you have to play more than 25 minutes of it to get to the spooky parts, or you need to turbo through. And I was exploring, I was out observing, I was joking around and testing things in the environment. You know what I mean? I was really just trying different things to see what would happen. And then I'd already played it over half an hour.
Think
I'm like,
Diablo,
well, nothing spooky's
but not
happened
Diablo.
yet. You know, the point of the game is the scares. There's no scares. So, of course, that wasn't very entertaining.
Then why did we put it on the list? Like, this happens regularly, like multiple times a year, where we're interested in games, we're checking them out, and then we go to play them, and they are the game that we thought they were, but we had an inadequate amount of time or an inadequate setup in order to make them entertaining and work out on the stream. I just feel like if you have this happen as frequently as he does, that you would change the format and understand what the issue is and why it keeps happening. But of course, that would require like learning from your mistakes and actually caring about how entertaining you're being. And DSP does none of that, of course. But it's just so frustrating to see it happen time and time and time again and have to listen to how it's not his fault every time.
But I did say, hey, I would go back to it in the future and perhaps on a full night stream, play it for like 2 hours and actually just do the mission objectives to get to the scary parts to see what the game is all about. Okay. And then the third game is a game that I think would work for me, but not for you. And that is Toonstruck. This is a 1990s point and click adventure game starring Christopher Lloyd, the actor. Yes, that's right. Doc Brown from Back to the Future. He gets sucked into a cartoon world and has to interact with all these cartoon characters in order to figure out a mystery and survive and escape. So it's interesting in that regard because it actually was, it ran really well. The voice acting is good. And it seems like this is the kind of game that if you get into it, it's quite entertaining for the player. For a viewer, I don't know. I mean, we're talking a game that's like 30 plus years old and it's very slow paced because you have to just...
What does the age of the game have to do with being entertaining to an audience? Like, DSP is genuinely so out of touch with, like, online entertainment that he doesn't even really understand, apparently, that you could go and play DOS games, and if you're funny and entertaining enough, you will have an audience. He just doesn't get it. He thinks that a game being 30 years old is too old that anybody would ever care or be entertained by it. And I don't know how he's ever come to that conclusion other than that his own fans are too not entertained.
Methodically go around clicking.
I was going to call them stupid, but it's not their fault he sucks.
That you can solve puzzles.
They are stupid.
So it may not be the most entertaining thing to a live audience, okay? So, honestly, out of all the games...
Yeah, also it ran really well. Yeah, of course it did. It's 30 years old, boss. You're right. I don't know why he pointed that out. The limoncello.
I played last night. Probably the one that I will go back to is the baby in yellow. All right. But let me tell you, just listen to how
Go ahead, tell me.
brain dead this shit is. So the trolls would flood the chats to vote on the polls. A game would win, and no matter what game won the poll, they would then sit in the chat and be like, this game sucks, this game sucks, this game sucks, this game sucks, this game sucks. So when the whole chat is just flooded with toxic negativity, what do you think's going to happen to the people that were actually there to see the games? They're going to get turned off.
Why? I thought they wanted to see the game. What difference does the chat make to them? Also, you noticed in there that he said it didn't matter what game actually won the poll. The people were in the chat complaining anyway. So then why did we talk about how the poll was rigged and how it was the trolls' fault the whole time that we were playing the games that we were playing? If it didn't matter what the poll results were and people complained anyway. It's almost like this whole narrative is off the fucking tracks already and has never made sense. Weird how that's always the case.
They're going to be like, I don't want to be here when all these idiots are spamming the chat saying they hate every game. And so they left. And that's what happened is
Reformed
positive people
Diaz
said,
getting
this isn't working out too
turned
well.
on by
Man, what a
negativity?
bummer.
Very
And they all
cool.
left and left me with a bunch of trolls in chat who didn't give a shit about the game. So here they are. They're so intent on ruining the night because I had a good Sunday. It's all they could think about for 24 hours that they literally ruined the stream last night. Okay?
Who
but you know
is
what?
even spending their Sunday night watching DSP? Like, genuine question, what were even the analytics on that stream that we think that all of the trolls cared and watched and were even informed on the Sunday night stream that they went out of their way to ruin shit on Monday? I didn't even know the stream happened. I didn't know he was doing an indie game style stream. I didn't know that he was watching trailers and making money. None of that is relevant or interesting to anyone, but DSP is convinced, man.
I'm going to take the blame. Because we already had a case that this happened a couple months ago, and I had completely forgotten about it. Okay, it's on me. I should be remembering this shit because the same exact thing happened. We had a night that was very well supported, looking at games, and they were so fucking pissed and jealous that they came and ruined the game tryout night entirely. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do it again tomorrow, but instead of putting the power into the hands of these idiots, I'm going to pick the games personally.
Finally, this fucking guy is gonna pick and make a decision on his own stream. For once in his whole goddamn life, he's finally gonna make his own decision, guys. It's gonna be robust, I swear.
I can tell you right now, one game that I wanted to play last night, didn't win a poll, but I want to play is Black Jacket. This is a unique game, very similar to Balatro, where Balatro took Joker. It took poker and turned it into this roguelike game. That's what Black Jacket does. It takes the game of Blackjack and turns it into a roguelike game. So I want to try that for sure, 100%.
Now, I don't know anything about that game. I don't know how it plays. I never even played Balatro, as the guy would call it. But I do have to say, after the success of Balatro coming out with a game called Blackjack, and it's a similar concept, screams uninspired to me, and I'm not surprised at all that DSP would immediately buy into the next gimmick gambling roguelite adventure or whatever the fuck.
I want to play that tomorrow night. I also want to try another 1 to 2 games. What will they be? I don't know yet. I want to look at what we have on the wish list. I want to look at what's on Game Pass. I want to see what's there. And I want to pick 1 to 2 other games.
He quit after 30 minutes. The first boss looks like Cat. That's pretty funny.
No troll control over anything. These fucking idiots will not be able to affect anything negatively. Okay? So that way, at least I'll get to try out the games that you guys introduced to me and they piqued my interest. And if they work, great. And if they don't, they don't. But at least I tried something that I think at least has a chance. Like, I never in a million years would have thought Super Meat Boy 3D or Toonstruck was going to work on a game tryout night.
Then why did we put it on the list? Why did we make it an option if we thought that it was never going to work? It's akin to hiring employees at a business that you don't think really ever had any chance of going the distance and lasting longer than a year. Why did you bother hiring them, boss? I'm just asking real questions. Why did we bother? It's almost like we set ourselves up for failure and a waste of time then, huh? It's almost like we set up the narrative to bitch, moan, and complain and have something to cry about.
Maybe Baby in Yellow, but not the other two. All right? So let me pick, and I think it'll go well. Tomorrow night it'll be better. At least you guys know, oh, he's going to play Black Jacket. Well, that's interesting. I want to see how that goes. So show up tomorrow. And also, like I said, I'll handpick the games and go from there. Okay? So there you go. That's what's going to happen tomorrow night.
There you have it.
That's what happened yesterday. And again, I want to apologize. I'll take the blame because it would be one thing if it was the first time it happened. It wasn't. It's the second time. And, you know, I was being absent-minded and not remembering that the same exact thing had happened. Like, well, that's on me. I'm getting older. I'm being stupid. It had been a couple of months and I totally forgot, and that's my fault. Okay.
All right, so that's like 3 times now he said that it was his fault, but the entire time, obviously, he was blaming the trolls and saying that it was all on them. But it's our fault. It's accepting accountability without actually accepting any of the accountability at all. Like in name alone.
But it'll be better tomorrow. Please today, if you can, engage and support with the content. This will help to make up for last night, which was a kind of a dud stream because of these idiots trying to ruin it. Well, number 1, you can like the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, liking the stream helps a lot for engagement. Number 2, if you're watching the video on demand, you can like the video and leave comments. Let me know what you think. Share your opinions. Let me know what's going on your mind. It helps the channel, okay? Now, if you are here live and you can support the stream in some way, please do. Please, let's try to help out and make up for last night's dud stream because of these idiots being here and trying to ruin it, all right? How can you do that? Well, if you're on the YouTube side of things, you can become a member of the channel, which gets you a whole bunch of perks and emotes. You can give memberships to your fellow.
All right, we're moving on.
Yeah, come on, Fro.
Nope, we're skipping that.
If
Not
you're on
doing
the
it
kick
again.
side of stuff,
If there's any more flexing today, I'm turning the stream off. The next one, that's it. You better hope these next 2 clips I got after this one have no flexing, or we're done here.
you can
I
become
can't take
a sub
this
to the
shit
channel.
no more, man.
Or give some subs to your fellow viewer. Again, that gives you a ton of options, including a cool channel badge, a ton of emotes unlocked, and the like. You could do some kicks, send some kicks my way. No matter what you do there, you'll get a pop-up and a shout-out as well, as long as it's $1 or more. Some people will send like a single kick, and there's no pop-up for that. All right. Now, notably, you may notice something. If you take a look at my stats for this week on Kick, they're terrible. Now, the week is young. It just started on Sunday, right? But as you can see, basically...
Dude, imagine going to work by, on Tuesday. You got paid on Friday. You just started on Monday. You come in and you go, well, boss, my time card's looking a little light. Doesn't look like I'm going to get quite a bit of money. Now, it's only Tuesday, so maybe I got time to make it up, but it's looking a little light today. What kind of attitude do you have to have in order for that to be, an acceptable thing that you do on a regular basis?
I've gotten 3.
Also, mind you, directly after talking about how good of a stream he had just watching trailers of video games and people are interested in his opinion on games and what he thinks about them and all that nonsense.
3 subs so far all week. 3 subs. Okay? There is a huge toxic element on Kick. It's called the Kino Casino viewers. Because when I started streaming on Kick 2 years ago, I was doing that crossover event with Kino Casino. We were working together and all of that. That's long gone, over a year removed. But a lot of those viewers remain. All right?
Right. Now, also, I didn't mention this earlier during the Discord leaks or whatever, but I have not seen nor read nor heard any sight of a snakening in any capacity. At no point has anyone ever shown evidence from those leaks that was intentional by any means, that was his plan all along, that he was, behind the scenes fucking masterminding this grand heist or anything. Never did any of that seem to pop up, nor has anybody been talking about it. It's almost like that wasn't real or something.
So they're in there and they're being toxic. I don't care about them being silly and doing memes and spamming emotes and stuff like that. But also, it's been fun to have that kind of element where it's, razzing at the same time.
Yeah, it was in fact the opposite. You guys are correct. That's the way that the leaks played out.
It's good. However, it's frustrating when I'm streaming and basically there's zero support from the Kick side, particularly because I do get decent viewership. It's not great because I have a split stream. I stream on YouTube and on Kick. Most of my viewing audience is...
Yo, ass and DSP's chat. It's off screen now.
It's on YouTube. But I get a consistent audience on Kick. But I don't know what's happened this last couple of weeks. As you've seen, the Kick support has not been very steady. So streaming 2 full days on Kick and basically making $20, yeah, it's frustrating. So hopefully if you're watching on Kick, you will consider contributing in some way and supporting the content today. Because that's the whole point of me co-streaming.
Yeah, the whole point of me co-streaming, guys, is to make additional money. It's not to reach a broader audience or provide a space for the trolls to go and have a more unhinged chat or however the fuck he's pitched it 900 different ways. this is the truth. It was all about getting more money. Of course, that was always the case. We wanted a different audience. We wanted a different revenue source. And when it's not working out as intended, well, you're going to get a segment like this, guys. Come on. Thank you, Jordan Fadeaway, for the 5. Saying, Mr. President, a second gout crystal had hit the light bulb head. Wallets, credit, and debit cards are in fear, Mr. President. Wow. It's a shame that the gout crystal fucking hitting light bulb head was an inside job, or I'd care a little bit.
Be honest with you. Okay.
Thank you for the 5,
now,
Jordan Fadeaway. But you're not going to fucking scare tactic me into giving a shit about the gout crystal.
Pal,
okay?
you just use the tips command in chat, which is exclamation point tip, or you can look at the description of the stream or video, and you'll see a command where you can tip via PayPal, okay? Everything is appreciated. Thank you in advance to anyone who supports the content. Like I said, today, it'd be great to have a well-supported stream to make up for the fact that last night's stream was a dud because these idiots came in and basically soured the experience for everyone, and anyone positive basically left. Okay.
Anyone positive basically left. So look, if you can eradicate all of the positive viewers simply by being toxic in the chat, I'm willing to go out on a limb here and say that maybe the audience that is positive styles isn't that large. You know, if just being a little toxic in chat scares literally all of them away, I think that says more about your demographic than you might think. Thank you, Sildegrim. Thank you for the 4 months, saying big ups. So big ups to you. I appreciate all your time, brother. Hell yeah.
And then Dark Side Kim Jong-un with the $5 tip, asking the dumbest question I've ever seen. Oh, you had a good night on Sunday. Why doesn't that count for Monday? Because Sunday isn't Monday. Just because any business has a good day doesn't then mean that they want to have a bad day the next day. It's called common sense. But apparently you don't have any.
You don't have any.
Here, Dark Side Stupid. There's your name, because you're stupid. Thanks for $5. Okay. Zach, thanks for $5, and he says, I should be grateful for viewers that I get on Kick and blah, blah, blah. I am grateful for the viewers that I get on Kick. I'm happy that people even come by and watch. You know, I am part of the Kick Partner Program, and I do make some money.
Has he ever genuinely showed any appreciation towards Kick? I don't know that I've ever seen a positive Kick segment. Like, this is a genuine question for all of you out there. Have any of you ever seen a positive Kick segment where he had said that the Kick chat is really funny and he appreciates their time and the support, and that it was a good idea to go to Kick, and that, you know, he didn't make a mistake by going over there, and that there's some cool positive style people there? I've never heard a segment like that in my life. Literally every single one is maybe Step Dent. Maybe, but I don't recall the segment ever actually speaking positively on Kick. We actually just hate the platform.
Just for views on Kick. But the thing is, there's just a gross misconception. It's not a lot at all. It's a few bucks. Seriously, you make a few bucks getting viewership on Kick. The only way that you're ever going to get significant money from the Kick Partner Program is if you're consistently getting thousands of viewers. And I mean that because I've had streams where I had hundreds of viewers, and even then I don't make a lot on the Kick Partner Program. It's only if you have like thousands of viewers that you're actually making any bankable kind of money on the Kick Partner Program. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't add up, because here's the thing. I stream a ton. So because I stream a ton, even though I'm getting a little here and a little here and a little here, it does eventually add up. So I do appreciate those who come and watch on Kick. It's definitely one of the reasons why I'm a lot more lenient on Kick when it comes to moderation and stuff like that. You'll notice that I'll let a lot of stuff fly for a while, and I'll be like, okay, it's only if there's positive people that are complaining that they can't even talk that I would really try to moderate over there. Okay, but
thousands and thousands of banned accounts on a regular basis, multiple segments where he's berating the chat and actively threatening them to ban and time people out en masse. And even demanding that they never request unbanning ever again because they act the way they act or whatever.
You know, what can you do? Sometimes these people, again, you give them an inch and they take a mile. You know what I'm saying? So I am grateful, but the difference here is on YouTube, people are here for a very positive reason, right? They're happy to be here. They watch the content. For the record, I make money on views on YouTube as well. Are you aware of that? It's because I'm monetized on YouTube and my streams have ads.
This is just a business meeting. We're just talking about how successful we are. You guys might not know this, but I have ads on my bullshit on YouTube.
Ads. So anyone who watches my content on YouTube, I'm also getting paid for their view. It's not like, oh, it only happens on Kick and I should be extra grateful to the Kick viewers. It's the same deal. So you have this really odd misconception of how things work, but people on YouTube overall are incredibly supportive. They support and draw. Look what I'm getting right now. Super chats, right? I'm getting some super chats. I get, all kinds of support from them. But on the Kick side, it's like usually one or two particular people, if I'm lucky. Every once in a while, someone will drop something, and I'm very grateful for when someone does. But it's weird that I'm putting the exact same content out on two sites. And on one side, people love the content and are incredibly supportive of it. And on the other side, people are toxic trolls who just sit there and shit all day and don't actually support it.
I accidentally muted my microphone to cough, LOL. They just sit there and shit all day is his exact quote. I'm gonna run that one back for
on
you.
Two sites. And on one side, people love the content and are incredibly supportive of it. And on the other side, people are toxic trolls who just sit there and shit all day.
All they do is shit, dude. They're like that Battlefield Friends meme with the fucking bucket. That's them on Kick, dude. They never leave. They just sit there and shit all day.
And don't actually support it. Do you see
Sick
the difference?
freaks, all of
and
them.
I don't think it's me because it's the same content. I think it's two different groups of people.
Trolls are just
positive-minded who
professional
watch things
shitters.
they like,
That's true.
And one that are mentally deficient morons who mouth drool all day and crap on things they don't like. See the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Like, on the YouTube side, people are happy. They're like, ooh, you're playing Batman today? This is excellent. We've loved your Batman playthroughs of yesteryear. It's cool you're doing that. Plus, we've watched you play, Lego games before. Those are usually chill experiences. Great decision. On the Kick side, it's like, well, how do we say that what Phil's doing today is wrong? Oh, we wanted Forza. We want Subnautica 2. We want the wheel, the wheel, the wheel. They sound like 5-year-olds whining and screaming for.
They sound like 5-year-olds, but you're actively encouraging your YouTube chat to want to watch you play Lego Batman video games. Legitimately. Now, this is nothing against Lego games or Batman games, but let's be honest here. I think that's a little. I think the demographic age for Lego and Batman is probably a little lower than like a car enthusiast Forza enjoyer. Now, I don't know that to be true in perpetuity or anything. But it would also make sense that they'd like it to see the stupid gimmick wheel,
things that don't even make logical sense. Like, in what universe do you think that me playing Forza Horizon 6, an insanely repetitive driving game, where all you do is mini challenges, drifting challenge, speed trap challenge, boring mini race, boring, and then finally you get to do one thing interesting like every 3 hours.
It wouldn't be boring with the wheel, though. It just objectively would be far more entertaining if he used the wheel because it's an additional challenge. And you would get to, again, you would get to see the gimmick. You would get to see DSP do the physical actions and actually react in real time to that.
There's a big set piece race, right? Like racing the Gundam would probably be pretty cool. Any of the big things they do. But the problem is with Forza, most of the game is repetitive grinding. It's not even a great formula for a streamer. It's more for someone who I like racing and I want to get this cool open world content out of this game and I can really milk the game for tons of gameplay. That's where Forza Horizon excels. Not really for content creation or streaming.
God forbid video game creators made a game that doesn't appease DSP's very particular stream style. Oh, fuck. Just get them out of business, dude. Xbox, shut down the studio. You're clearly not in tune with the with the premium business strategies of catering specifically to DSP. You don't know what you're doing. Just shut her down.
Because it's too repetitive to be that interesting for a content creator or a streamer, especially those barn cars you got to find. Those are a pain in the ass to find.
Those things that you have to find and unlock in order to progress through the game and see more of the content. This is a completely foreign idea to DSP. Video games have never done this before.
And you could spend
He just hates video games and he hates the mechanics behind them.
upwards of an hour sometimes looking like needle in a haystack for this barn car that you need, and it's a major pain. Okay, I know because I've already streamed these games. So anyone who's pretending and is like, oh, Phil really made the wrong choice, he should have played Forza. It's mostly disingenuous. There's a few people who like Forza, and I get it, because I see a few people on the YouTube side, too. They're disappointed. They're like, oh, Phil decided against Forza. That kind of sucks. But you got to understand, I'm trying to make what's the best choice overall for the streams. The Lego.
Now, keep in mind that the surprising lack of talk about the wheel. We hyped up Forza. The next Forza game, the next Forza game, the next Forza game. Every single time it got brought up. Every time somebody talked about the fucking wheel. Maybe the next Forza game, guys. And then Forza Horizon comes out. Oh my god, guys, the Forza Horizon trailer. We'll use the wheel for that. And then the game comes out, and it turns out we're not going to use the wheel at all. Because that would add additional challenge to the video game. And why would I want to be challenged?
A Batman playthrough is going to resonate with a lot more people, and we get to play it early and actually play it rather than late. Playing it on Sunday, playing a few days early is a better choice than me just playing the same game that everyone has been playing over the weekend. But again, the kick side has to be the contrarian negative jerks who everything I do is wrong. That's because most of them are Kino Casino viewers, and I'm not stupid. I know that.
And we're just pulling this out our ass, by the way. We have no data on this. There's no way to confirm this. There's, we're not keeping numbers. We're just saying bullshit. We're just seething and coping and malding.
But this bizarre misconception about, oh, you're making monstrous profits on the Kick Partner program because I have, 50 to 80 viewers, most of which are trolls every day? No, I make a few bucks on that. And like I said, it adds up because I stream so much.
I tried to make it, folks. I really did. I'm not going to. Y'all are going to be sent to the Shadow Realm real quick. Because hang on. Let me get it set up. I'm trying. You're going to have to sit here and listen to this for a minute. I promise it's worth your time. I have to go to the bathroom.
I've been working a long time now.
17 years as a creator.
I've been working for free.
I need support to pay my bills.
Don't nobody around this town give a damn about me.
I'm not a big guy anymore.
I've been slaving away all my life.
Fucking, I'm exhausted.
Gulu whipping the chain.
And treating me like the internet whipping boy.
And lately I can't help but feeling like I'm going insane. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take?
Idiots are talking about with memes and shit. Oh, it's like just like me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't follow your dumb fucking memes. So,
I just married my beautiful wife.
her name is Kat,
And I can't pay the bill.
and the tips will help with that.
And I just wanna buy her a house out in Beverly Hills.
I live in a suburb of Seattle called Renton.
How the fuck could I not be on yet? Almost 30 years old. How the fuck could I not be so hot? When a nigga this cold, give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a
Big
break.
ass. Because I have the ability to make an observation that's factually fucking based. Just because I'm dark side Phil doesn't mean I get to ignore facts.
I've been down on my luck for some time.
I'm back, but I'm going to let this play out.
How the
This is a
fuck
banger.
You got yours when I ain't got
Dude,
mine.
I just have to appeal for a second. You understand
Can't you
that those are
see
my views.
that I'm not doing fine. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break.
Oh, you're
How much
fucking
more
out
can
lady.
I
Fucking
take?
piece of shit.
Give
This
a
piece of
nigga a
fucking
break.
shit.
Give a nigga a break.
There's a sick
Give a nigga
motherfucker
a
on the internet called Kevin who likes to
How much more
illegally
can I
restream my
take?
fucking streams.
Give a nigga a break.
It's not my fault.
All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the musical break. I was too hydrated before the stream. Your boy had to piss. So, yeah, I indeed did get a break.
But it's not something massively significant or something that I should be overly grateful for. Like I said, I make way more on YouTube viewership and YouTube contributions than I do on Kick. And it sucks because at one point the Kick stuff was doing well, and then at some time, I guess people just decided, oh, we're just going to sit here and troll all day and not even support the content.
They just decided. DSP totally didn't tell them that that's exactly the space in which they should be doing that, and that they were allowed to behave that way, and that literally a dedicated space. That never happened, obviously. They just decided arbitrarily
people support
amongst
the content,
themselves.
You know what I mean? It's just, it is. It's frustrating because they were one of the major elements that made last night's stream so toxic. You know? It's annoying. I want to put out good content, but how can I put out good content when they're purposefully basically sabotaging every poll and then just saying what they just voted for is bad? Yeah, you voted for it. So you're the idiot.
And if you want that video, it's right there. You can have it. I made it.
Okay. Dark Side Stupid did another $2 super chat and said something stupid. Thanks for $2.
Got him.
Why am I upset of people? Well, hold on, let me try this again. Marble Mouth, excuse me. Why are you hating on people for being upset about a Lego Batman playthrough? The Kick side is mainly adults who would rather watch Forza.
This is what I was saying. Holy fuck, I didn't even know that this was in the clip. This guy's actually asking a real question that I would have asked.
That's false.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm fucking stupid too.
If I was playing Forza today, you'd all complain that Forza sucks and is boring. If I play Lego Batman, you'll say, oh, that sucks, it's boring. No matter what I play, you guys are never appeased because you're not here to enjoy yourselves. You're here to just say whatever I'm doing is bad. You're contrarian. I'm not stupid. I've been streaming on Kick for almost 2 years, and I've been watching, and this is the vast majority of people on Kick are very toxic. It's not everyone. There's some people on Kick who are actually pretty positive, but there's a lot of people that are very toxic, and they only want to just dump on me, and I've come to accept that.
That's why he says that all they do is shit, is because they're dumping on him. I get it now. I thought he was being stupid before, but it was actually like he was playing the long game. This is like a long analogy he was using.
We're different, but if it were different, perhaps I'd have more than 3 subs the entirety of the week so far. You know what I mean? The actions speak louder than words. You know?
Well, at 7, that's my question. Every time we do one of these segments, we talk about how there's not enough subscribers. It's only, stepdad that gives money or fucking Iron Dent Sakai on his million, socks or whatever. But yet we continue to stream here. They don't offer anything. They don't give him money. It's not enough KCIP to be even worth really doing. And the chat is just nothing but toxicity dumping on him or whatever. But yet we continue to do it anyway. I almost wonder if it's just the fact that he won't admit to catching a loss. Like, he's just unwilling to admit that this was a failure in an idea and that he should just get, it's like a sunk cost kind of mentality here. And the rare chance that stepdad, steps in once a month to send $100 or whatever the fuck.
And you guys, sadly, just don't support that much. You just sit there dumping and saying everything I do is toxic.
Oh, we're dumping
So
again.
why would I enjoy interacting with Kick Chat exactly if everything I do is not good enough for you? It gets to the point where you just don't care. You don't create content to appease your haters. You create content to appease those that like you and your content. I'm never going to appease the haters because they always want something more from me. No matter what I do to change or improve, they say it's not good enough because then they can continue their narrative that I'm a bad creator and they can make content on it. So why do I care about your opinion?
It might be a toxic mindset, but it's probably not the worst idea to never be satisfied with things that are improving and asking for more improvement and more betterment. Like, I don't know that it's ever a bad idea to ask for more improvements. DSP wants you to be satisfied with the changes he's made, not the ones that he has yet to make. Like there's an arbitrary stopping point where you just have to be satisfied with the improvements. There are no more to make, and it's absurd to ask for more.
Seriously. Okay? No, there were no anonymous subs this week. Because someone just said, what about anonymous subs? There were no anonymous subs this week. None. There's only been 3. 1 sub from Lance Catamaran, 1 from Brain Decay, and 1 from Spoons. No one else has contributed whatsoever this week on Kick. There were some kicks. So I do want to say shout out to Bilbo Swaggins, Vassiled, and Liar Poopy. And it looks like Keto Enjoyer did a few, and Bardic did a few. And then a few people did like singles, and that was it. So yeah, all in all, this week I've made like $30 on Kick so far. In 2 full days of streaming.
Okay, your full Christian name saying his improvements don't actually improve the content, though. Wrong. When's the last time you heard him snort? Okay, he mutes the microphone now. He smacks his lips every other word, and that's just as obnoxious, but at least he doesn't snort, you guys. Come on. You got to give the pig his credit where it's due.
But I think my point stands to reason, as you can see. I basically tell it like it is on Kick, and literally 0 support from the Kick regulars. 0. Not a sub, nothing. We're still at 3 subs for the week. So my
Just
point,
fucking
I rest
crying,
my case,
bro.
and my point remains. Most of the Kick audience remains toxic. They're only there to say everything I do is bad. I guarantee they'll sit there and say Lego Batman is bad today. Even if it's great, they're still going to say it's bad.
I watched that Lego Batman stream, by the way. It was boring as shit. I'm just going to tell you up front. Like, maybe it's interesting if you are playing the game, but of course, DSP makes everything boring and unwatchable and make it look like it sucks.
Their point. They think that that's the purpose of their existence is to sit there and just be the toxic, negative, peanut gallery-like element, right? Like, what are they? Stadler and Waldorf just sitting there, you know, basically hazing and razzing the Muppets all day saying they suck. That's what they think their purpose in life is. And they think they're making me a fortune.
What a boomer reference.
Because I'm in the Kick Partner program, when in reality, they make me a few bucks a stream.
Anybody unironically, referencing the Muppets at this point in time, not listening to. Can't do it. Can't have it happen. So we're going to go from talking about how we hate the Kick trolls and how all of them are negative toxic styles for asking about Forza or whatever. We're going to go into talking about fast food and the wheel in that order, unfortunately. I'm not flipping the clip around just so that we can talk about it in the preferred order. So I hope you're ready for more peak consumerism, because this fast food
DSP
rant
tries
is
it. So I've been checking out your
unhinged,
older
if you ask me.
episodes. And I have to say, I think they're great. You have a very fair way of reviewing stuff, in my honest opinion. Well, first off, you're missing DSP Tries It. We only didn't do it 1 week. We didn't do a new episode on Monday, right? So that's it. That's the only, it's not like we haven't been doing it for a long time or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Which makes me think that this is a troll, by the way. I don't think that anybody is unironically, non-trollingly saying that they're missing DSP Tries It and going back to watch the old ones. I don't think that's true. I can't believe that. I won't live in that world.
I'm sorry if you're missing it because we didn't do 1 week. To be honest, I don't even know if we're doing it next week because we haven't even talked about it. You realize that? Like, what it is, I feel, is that DSP Tries It, all right, is a show that has ups and downs, and sometimes it's in demand, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's popular, sometimes it's not. I brought back DSP Tries It 2 years ago during that time when I was getting a spike of, attention on me, and basically we used it as a reward, if you remember, okay? We used it as a reward for hitting a certain level of support goals. Okay.
Right. We used it to grift when we were at arguably our most positive and most popular in decades. I understand the marketing here, DSP.
We don't do that anymore. As of November of last year, we don't even have goals.
A scam or a grift, if you will. Exactly.
DSP Tries It in the rotation as something we just do for fun pretty much every week. But what's happened is I feel like we've kind of gone through all of the good stuff. And at this point, now when we do it, we're really trying to grasp at, something interesting. Now, every once in a while, there's something good, like we get something new from Jollibee, which is excellent, or there actually is a pertinent new item or tie-in at one of the fast food restaurants, or every once in a while, I find a diamond in the rough restaurant that I've never been to before.
I really like that he puts ordering random shit from Jollibee up there with trying new food items that are like, the new hotness, the new tie-in, the new gimmick. Like, there's... Not that buying the gimmick food and trying to cash in on that is any more respectable, but it just seems so odd and selfish to just assume that trying food that you genuinely like from a random fast food place, that's just as entertaining as actually doing something more culturally relevant. Just randomly getting fucking fast food to DSP is just as entertaining as doing a tie-in meal that does actually have some level of importance. Like, I'm not trying to put too much gusto on fast food restaurant meal tie-ins, but you get what I'm saying.
For the most part, let's be honest, American fast food is in a slump. Can we all collectively agree about this? That American fast food is not doing well right now. They're actually down on sales because the prices have skyrocketed because of inflation. Now, you would think that this would actually urge American fast food to do well for themselves and try to innovate and do better. But if anything, all it's done is expose the fact that they're just slop factories. Okay,
They've always been slop factories. He thinks that this is some sort of revelation that he's come upon, that he's informing the people of information they've never heard before, as though they didn't know that fast food has been slop factories since day one. It was by design. This is not. This is no new information. If you didn't come to this conclusion before today, you might be disabled. Like, you might also need a conservatorship.
actually have the capability of doing anything creative or
Yeah, he's looking for meaningful fast food, whatever the fuck that was supposed to mean.
interesting. Instead, they just reconfigure everything they already have into 17, 18 different configurations, even though it's the same stuff. Oh, the Whopper with a new topping. No, it's still a Whopper. I don't care
Right.
that you put Swiss instead of American cheese and you put barbecue sauce on it instead of mayonnaise. It's still a Whopper.
What do you want them to do? Pulled pork sandwiches at the local Burger King? Buddy, I don't think that they're capable of doing that, in all honesty. That might be above their pay grade. You ever seen these people? They let people shoot up in the parking lot. You know. You think Burger King's going to pull out all the stops for something unique and different and meaningful? I don't. Yeah, learn to cook if you want something better. I don't know.
It's not a new sandwich. So why would I go to Burger King?
Yeah, he expects them to create new food types, shit you've never seen nor heard or fathomed before at the local Burger King.
You know, Taco Bell is probably the worst, where they haven't added a new item in so long, and then they finally added chicken nuggets, and everyone's like, oh, the nuggets are actually decent. Oh, smash the nuggets into everything possible. Smash it into a Crunchwrap. Smash it into a burrito. No, it's still just chicken nuggets, you know? So the problem is there sadly just isn't enough really going on at this point to continuously do the show and keep it interesting.
It's so DSP can't continue the show because fast food places are letting him down. They're the ones that are, you know, not putting out the meaningful fast food style bundles for his show. It's not a failing on his behalf and an inability to make it interesting or be knowledgeable on subjects or provide actual proper in-depth palate analysis for the food like some individuals could do. It's actually on Burger King for not putting out interesting enough food to carry him. Kind of like when video games aren't interesting enough by themselves to carry his poor content or his poor gaming commentary. It's always somebody else's fault. It's weird.
Be honest with you, you know, and also to be completely transparent, you know, I've changed my lifestyle. I'm not eating fast food often. In fact, the only time I'm eating fast food is for DSP Tries It. That's it.
And his day off when he and his wife go out of their way to not cook at home because it's their only day off or whatever and they're super busy. We're going to leave that out, obviously. And we do leave that out rather frequently as of late. But that's still the case.
Every other meal is a home-cooked, healthy meal to stay with my new diet and, you know, working out and everything. I don't want to eat this bad food. So I feel like if I'm going to eat it, I want it to be worth my while. Let's make an episode that people want to see. And right now, I just don't think there's
twice a
anything that
week
people
at
really
least, and twice a week is more than I fucking get fast food, and I don't even have a diet. I'm not on some sort of health journey by any means.
want to see. If you go look at McDonald's,
And I'm
look
at
at
home
Burger
eating
King, look at
healthier than
Taco
DSP.
Bell,
What's
look
up with
at
that?
Wendy's, look at Jack in the Box, right? Look at Arby's, look at all these places, what they're offering. It's crap. It's slop. Yeah, I really want to go and get the McDonald's K-pop Demon Hunters meal. K-pop Demon Hunters is old. It's from last year. It's outdated.
It's from last year. It's old.
And this is their meal, and all it is shaker fries and a sauce. Wow.
Your IP isn't relevant and fresh enough to even warrant my time, you fucking ignoramus. How dare you?
And this is what I mean. They don't have any actual talent. They have no idea how to create something that people would want to eat. Sadly, people just see.
Bro, he doesn't have talent either. He's unable to create a piece of content that people want to consume and watch. He's in the exact same fucking bracket of people as these no-name random probably teenagers that work at fucking Burger King. You know, what are we talking about? They're talentless. Yeah, your local cash register running teen is talentless. I honestly think that's more acceptable than DSP at 43, to be honest with you. I think being in the same category at that state is tough.
To go there now because of social media. Like every person, there's so many people on the internet that just, I go and I try every new fast food item, and this is my content for the internet. And I get it, there's a market for it. But at one point, do you just throw up your arms like this and you say, it's all slop. Why am I doing this? In fact,
You should have did that from day one. That's the answer. That was always the answer. And the fact that he fell for anything else just goes to show you how fucking stupid and marketing brained he is to think that any of the tie-in meals were ever anything anyway.
Isn't it true that Review of the Week just did that?
Just a
like
fucking
a week or two ago,
mark,
he put out
man.
a video and he's like, listen, I know that this is my thing on the internet that I'm known for, but at this point, is it even worth it? Like, this stuff is all bad. And I just, he's frustrated because it used to be exciting and it's not even exciting anymore because this stuff is terrible, So for me,
so we're just biting Review Bra then? That's all. That's what we've done here. We've drawn a conclusion because of the numbers and based off of Review Bra's opinion last week. We've decided that it's okay now to admit this and just move on. Gotcha.
The thing is, I'm just doing it for fun. I'm not making any money doing DSP Tries It. I want you to be completely transparent here with you. When I go and I buy food for DSP Tries It, on average, I'm spending between $25 to $40 for the meal. I'm not kidding. Like these
brain dead. That's the only way that I can describe that is fucking brain dead. If you're spending as a single individual $40 to get fast food, again, you need someone looking over you. You're not capable of making responsible adult decisions. I'm not convinced you are able to feed yourself regularly. You're gonna have to be either put away or a stay-at-home style keeper, I think.
collab meals that I'm buying.
Fucking
They're
insane.
$30 to get them delivered, plus the delivery fee, plus the tip for the driver. So I'm paying like $40+ for this meal that I eat and I don't even like. And then
He paid $300 for Pokemon cards, for Pokemon that he doesn't know or care about and doesn't know the value of. This is just a normal thing he does. Why are we complaining about this now? We love spending money. It's an investment to the business.
put out the video and it makes 1,200, 1,300 views, which arguably makes me between $5 and $10 of ad revenue. And that's it. So the way I see it, I like doing DSP Tries It because it's fun. It's interesting to me. But recently it hasn't been because this stuff sucks. They're not.
To be honest, or to call it like it is, he likes to do it because it's low effort slop, just like the food he's eating. That's why he doesn't have to do anything other than eat, which he had to do anyway. He's being paid to live. That's what that segment boils down to. You, like, not you, because you would never. I know you. But the dents are legitimately paying him to take care of his very basic needs. Imagine they paid him, X amount of dollars in order to ensure that he goes to sleep. That's essentially all they're doing by paying him money while he eats the food.
Putting out anything of any level of interest or even ingenuity.
I don't think that's something you
or
should
even
be
trying
paid
to add a
for.
new ingredient. They're just, hey, reconfigure the same menu, put a shaker, seasoning in the bag, slap
I don't
branding
even know
on
what
the
that means.
cardboard.
Shaker seasoning.
Big deal. What on earth would that mean? Why would I want to go and buy your food just because you did that? I have a brain. I guess the problem is I'm 44 years old and I'm not an idiot. Maybe if I was a moron, I would go back to these places because they put a picture on the box or sticker inside of the package, but I'm not. So I don't want to go there and waste money on garbage food.
But he falls for every other fucking marketing gimmick. We're going to act as though we're better than random IP on box. Are we fucking for real right now? All of the dumb shit that DSP has bought, all of the marketing buzzwords that he's fallen for and even tried to pitch back onto his own audience. Character on box is apparently where we're drawing the line. Okay. All right.
That when I walk away at the end of the day, not only do I feel like I got ripped off, but I didn't even have a good meal. I feel like, I could have had something much better that I just made myself or my wife made for me. Why am I eating this crap? So to make a long story short, okay, now that I made a long story, and I'm probably too late to make it short, there's just not a lot going on right now to really test for DSP Tries.
Did he buy the Mandalorian meal? I totally forgot. Dude, I haven't seen a DSP Tries It in ages. It really is like the bottom of the barrel DSP content. It's got to be right up there with Pokemon card pulling by like the third time we do it. I'm calling it now. 3 times in, it will be the least interesting thing he does.
To give you perspective here, we didn't do it this week. And then no one has mentioned it until right now with your super chat, Sky Jogger. I'm not kidding. Not a single person was like, oh man, no DSP Tries It this week. I wonder what you'll do next week. No one has. So what that tells
Except this person right now.
me is that there really is nothing going on that anyone's really interested in seeing me try. So I don't really care. What I'll say is this. How about this?
How about
when
this?
you guys
Fuck
hear
off.
of something truly interesting, there's something really cool or interesting or new to do for DSP Tries It, we'll bring the show back. I'm totally okay with that. We can do it on a whim. tomorrow, well, I'm not here tomorrow. Let's say Sunday, someone says, hey, Phil, they just announced a new item at Taco Bell. It actually is new. It's interesting. We want to know if it's good. We're doing DSP Tries It. Let's go. All right. But I just don't think that we should.
Again, just I hate to keep harping on it, and it's not even some weird like political thing, but it's just consumer brain. New this fast food place has a brand new item. I'm there instantly. Gotta be there. Gotta get it. I have to have it, right? I need to spend the money every single fucking time, dude. Why can't things exist without DSP needing to be the first one to hit the scene and have his fucking money already out and on the counter? It's grotesque. It's disgusting. I hate it. It makes me feel how DSP's looking in this frame right here, right now, dude.
Force ourselves into doing it weekly if there's nothing interesting to test. And I think that's what's happened in the last month or two is that out of, I do 8 episodes, 2 of them are interesting, right? So if anyone has ideas, let me know. I'm all ears. I'd like to hear your ideas for an interesting DSP Tries It, okay? But sadly, I just don't think there's anything really going on to warrant me.
We're saddened by the fact that we can't eat slop on a more regular basis on camera. We're upset that we can't justify spending $40 on DoorDash, more frequently. We're saddened by this information.
Doing it right now. Like right now, if you say, what are you going to do next week? I have no idea, nor do I think of anything or have I heard of anything of any interest. So right now I'm not doing it. If that changes, I'll let you know. Like if you guys give me an idea today, I'm down. I'll look it up. Right now, let's go check it out. Let's see if it's anything good. But
I'll drop everything I'm doing right now. Let's do it,
us to do it every week when it's just slop. Okay? But I agree with you. When the thing was, there's been ups and downs. Like in the 18 years I've been a creator, and I've done DSP Tries It arguably on and off for 15 years. Okay? Sometimes there is an actual interesting, level of stuff going on. Sometimes these restaurants actually try, and they try to compete, and they try to innovate, and they try to do something different.
We're talking about fast food, and we're talking, how did he describe it? A unique level of interesting things going on?
There is an actual interesting, level of stuff going on. Sometimes these restaurants actually try.
I've never described fast food promotions as an interesting level of things going on, as though there's some sort of in-depth mechanics that we're finally privy to or something.
And they try to compete, and they try to innovate, and they try to do something different, and then you can actually compare, and it's interesting. It happens sometimes, but this last year has been like atrocious.
His vocabulary is just really odd on
honestly,
weird topics.
The newest, biggest thing, the Arch Deluxe at McDonald's. Was it any good? No. Like legit, no. It's bad. It's not good at all. It's crap. It's worse than the Quarter Pounder. So why would I get it?
Well, the Quarter Pounder's worse than the Big Mac, and I'll die on this fucking hill. I haven't had a non-dry Quarter Pounder in ages. I don't know what the fuck they do to that thing. They let it sit on the roof or something, I'm convinced.
Anyway, so I hope that makes sense, Sky Jogger. And if anyone has any suggestions for DSP Tries It, let me know. I'd like to know what you would like. But right now, I just talked about this for over 10 minutes, and actually, no one has actually recommended a thing in chat. I'm looking at chat right now. No one has recommended an item. So I think my case rests,
So because people weren't going out of their way directly right now in real time, live, going out of their way to go to the fast food apps and start recommending things, his point was therefore made. He expects the wildest things out of his audience.
All right, cool. All right. Thank you, Sky Jogger. And then we have LTG's Hui, who just subscribed to the channel. So thank you to LTG's Hui for becoming a sub on Kick.
Now, for the audio style listeners, the sub was actually going to LTG's penis. And now that I saw it live with my own eyes, and I wasn't in audio style this time, that joke is stupid.
Sub, I can't believe it.
The Hui noise?
I think that makes 5 this week. I'm not even kidding.
Context was lost
so
on
far
me.
This entire week, 4 gifted subs. That's it. 4 gifted subs the entirety of the week.
Oh my god, only 4 gifted subs.
And I'm not here.
That's 1 up from the day prior, dude, when we were talking about only getting 1. Or 3. Fuck.
Monday. So, yeah. Kick
Big
support
gains.
has been abysmal this week. Although I will say, there's been a good amount of kicks this week. if you actually take a look at people who sent kicks this week, it's not that bad. So I'm not going to complain about that. There's been a decent amount of kicks, so thank you for anyone who sent kicks. But subs are way down. Just, totally, completely, utterly down. And that sucks, Trying to maintain, can't really do much. There's been a lot of trolling this week on Kick. We'll talk about that because last night I finally did play.
We got to talk about that.
Forza Horizon. And we'll talk about the response I got because it was exactly what I expected. Okay. So the other thing I'd like to talk about is the third game that we played last night, because this might shock you. Ladies and gentlemen, the third game that we played on last night's tryout stream was Forza Horizon 6. That's right.
He played a sound effect. That's why there was silence there for my audio styles.
Actually played Forza Horizon 6 last night, and basically, here's what happened. So I played Blackjack. Okay, interesting game. I'd like to possibly play this in the future.
Surprise, surprise, DSP's interested in the gambling style game. I know this is going to come to a shock to all of you. The compulsive gambler who went thousands upon $1,000 into debt and, therefore was going to lose his house and owe the government infinite back taxes for all of eternity. That guy enjoys the game where you gamble as opposed to the game where you drive a car.
Then I played the trading card game. Okay, this is cool. And with the Pokemon cards arriving and everything, this could be really cool for the future. Good project, right? And then for the third game, I had some items. Or interesting, not items. I had some games on the wish list I was interested in. But of course, as usual, the Kick chat, excuse me, was screaming that they wanted Forza. They wanted Forza. They wanted Forza, right?
With the wheel.
And finally, I said, I'll give you what you want. If that's really what you want. And if this will shut people up so they can stop saying that I didn't play Forza, right? So I did get it, and it took almost a half an hour to get it going because the game is 147 or something like that gigabytes. It was insane to install. Okay. So, once I got it installed, I booted it up and we played.
Keep in mind, this guy plays every single Call of Duty year after year. And he's surprised that the new Forza game that is also an Xbox, studio style game is also completely fucking uncompressed and going to take up a large swath of your hard drive.
It for about a half an hour. So I stayed late. I actually stayed extra late last night to play Forza Horizon 6. Okay? So what are my opinions on Forza Horizon 6? The game looks great. The game has a good variety of cars, beautiful environment. The driving,
beautiful. It looks good, guys.
Handles well. Okay? The intro is exciting because you jump and play different cars. You're off-roading, then you're on a city street, you're driving through the city, but then you're on a dirt road. You're doing crazy jumps and things in the snow. The snow looks gorgeous in this game, okay? Soundtrack right off the bat, I put it on streamer mode. Soundtrack was still good, and I really enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. Okay, I did. And then when the intro ended, immediately we got into what the...
He just described like every car game, by the way. That is a completely useless description in when it comes to giving your opinion and thoughts on a new car game. You drive on dirt roads, and sometimes you drive on asphalt roads, and sometimes you can hit a jump, okay? And the snow, it exists, and it's pretty, okay? And the soundtrack, it played, it was pretty good. It was a soundtrack. None of that is useful information. It's not an actual opinion even, really. He just stated that these things exist and apparently they were all acceptable. No further detail.
The real game is grinding. And the first thing the game says is, oh, look, here's a speed trap. Here's a mini race. Here's an off-road race. Here's a street race, right? You're like, oh, well, when does the big exciting stuff happen? When do we have set pieces? When are we going to race the Gundam? When are we going to race the bullet train? Oh, you can't do that yet.
Yeah, where's the gimmicks? I need spectacle gimmicks in yellow paint, sire, please. I can't enjoy games if there isn't something for me to latch on to that is completely absurd that'll carry my inability to do commentary. Yeah, it's actually a racing game. It's one of the premier AAA big budget racing games to exist, and he's not even interested in the cars. The focal point of most racing games, he's interested in fucking Gundams and bullet trains.
To grind for like 2 hours. Oh, exactly like I said, because I already knew this, because everyone spoiled the game last weekend. So I already knew that's what the game was. It's exactly the same as the previous games. They have not improved it at all. Besides the graphics, it's the same exact game.
It's a racing game.
So if you're
what kind of innovations can you even reasonably expect from a racing game in the modern day? like, this is another genuine question to you guys actually here in the chat. What feature or mechanic could be introduced in an arcade racer like Forza that would genuinely add to the gameplay and make it better and not be really annoying and like a step backwards? I don't know. I'm not interested enough in racing games to know, but from the ones I've played, they seem to have all of the things you could expect. I don't know what else you can do. Is the genre over?
The Japan and Japanese culture, this is a great game. If you're into racing, this is a great game. Outside of those two
Turn
things,
signals.
the game doesn't offer much besides a lot of open world collectathon.
I
and
like the
mini-game
ones
stuff.
where the turn signals
That's
come on
Forza Horizon in a
automatically when you
nutshell.
go that direction. I feel
Has
like
it
that's already
changed or
taken care
innovated
of.
at all in the last 4 iterations? No, it's still the same game. Okay, which is what I knew. Now, originally when I played Forza Horizon 1, okay, excuse me, it was Forza Horizon 3. That was the first one I played. That one was set in Australia, right? First time I ever played the formula, interesting, innovative, different from my normal content. Everyone liked it. Then when I played Forza Horizon 4, that one was set in the UK. That one actually resonated with a lot of my audience because a lot of my audience lives in the UK. So they were telling
Yeah,
me,
he's Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. Dude, he's got a never-revolving audience from all over the world, even if they don't speak English. They super enjoy the content. They tell him all the time.
about the landmarks and the
I
different
totally
things
buy
about
this narrative,
UK
by the
life
way.
and
This
stuff,
is true.
and that was pretty neat. And then last time one of these came out, which was a whopping 5 years ago, okay, it was Forza Horizon 5, and this one was set in Mexico. Most people found this game boring on my streams. They were like, it's the same game a third time. You're still doing the same objectives. Mexico's not that interesting. The game kind of sucks and is boring. So I rushed.
Mexico's not that interesting, guys. If you fucking disagree, you're just wrong. There's no geological locations that are interesting. Mexico does not have an interesting history with interesting sites or anything of the sort. It's basically a forgettable country in every aspect. In accordance to DSP, Mexico felt it. You're seething, you're coping. All of the Mexicans in chat, they'll never recover.
Through it and finished it in under
Euro
20
pours
hours.
are
I
up.
beat the entire campaign.
I mean, you're
so that I could get
Europeans.
it
That's
done
what I
because
meant. I'm
people really
sorry.
didn't want
my
me
bad.
to do any of the content. They thought
I
it was
used the
boring.
derogatory.
So that's why I wasn't excited about Forza Horizon 6, okay? So now, we are playing Forza Horizon 6 last night, and I'm like, it's exactly as I expected. And I'm not kidding you. By the end of the half an hour that I was playing the game, the chat turned on the game and was like, oh my God, I can't
Oh
believe
my
it.
God.
It sucks. And I was like, no shit. The truth is, I don't think Forza Horizon sucks. I find it relaxing. I feel,
That was like the biggest, that was the nastiest smack.
God, I can't believe it. It sucks. And I was like, no shit. The truth is, I don't think Forza Horizon sucks. I find
Oh my God. I'm going to do it again. For everybody that didn't hear it the first 2 times, you're going to get the largest smack that DSP could muster. I don't know that I've ever heard one louder than this.
shit. The truth is, I don't think Forza Horizon sucks. I find it relaxing. I feel like
Good
if you play
Lord.
this game in a relaxing way, meaning we stream it and we're chilling and we're talking and we're hanging out and we're having social interaction while I play it. It's not just about the game, but it's about us chilling and talking and hanging out while I play it. I think this game would work as a playthrough.
Then what's the point of the game? I've always wondered that for these chill playtime sessions. I always wonder what the point of the game is. If it's just about the chilling and interaction and conversation, because I would argue that would only go, that would happen more often. The occurrences would go through the roof to the moon had he not also been playing the game, because he cannot play games and talk at the same time. So what is the point of the game if it's about chilling? You might as well just turn it off.
Okay? The problem is today, a lot of the times that doesn't fly with the audience. They want something that's engaging in the content. And if the game is not engaging, they just sit there and they complain that the game sucks. And I think that's stupid because I don't believe that. I truly believe that Forza Horizon 6 would be a good game for a chill stream playthrough where we play it on nights and basically we hang out and we interact and have a good time together. But 9 times out of
How would that be the case? Is it not? It's an arcade racer, right? It's a sim light, as I seen somebody call it in the chat. When is he gonna look away from the screen while racing in order to interact with the chat regularly? The motherfucker already can't drive in real life. He definitely can't drive in a video game. You could watch any of his car driving gameplay to find this out. Literally anyone, from moment to moment, you will find out. So how is he going to take time to look at chat more often to interact? That doesn't make sense. Well, you're asking for that game to never be progressed through at all.
10, these days, if the game ain't riveting at first, people don't like it. You know, people can't even sit through a narrative-based game like Directive 8020 anymore because their attention spans are like, 10 seconds. Oh, wait, they're still talking? Oh, this is boring. It's a narrative-based game. Of course they're still talking. And so,
implying, by the way, that you can't ever have dialogue sequences that go on too long simply because it's a narrative-based game. This guy's fucking, his brain's completely rotted through. He just wants to play movies, man. That's what he wants. That's the kind of gamer he is. That's why even on a gamer-to-gamer level, yes, with the hard R, I have no respect for him because even his gaming takes are the least useful, most detrimental to the entire industry.
I'm not against playing Forza Horizon 6. If that's what you want. We only did the intro. That's all we did. So if people actually are like, yeah, do it as a real stream, I would do it. All right? But I don't think this game's going to have longevity. Like, I feel like we would do 1 or 2 streams, and then it would just fail, and no one would care about it. I'd be shocked if the first stream I do of it would have good attendance, engagement, and support.
It's on Game Pass.
On knowing what the game is and seeing people's reactions to it last night. I'm not kidding. The first half hour, people were like, oh, well, I guess Phil was right. No kidding. So,
what difference does it make? It's on Game Pass. We already own the game. We can play it as much or as little as we would like. If it fails after 2 streams, we lost nothing. We as in the Royal. We, of course. Us and DSP.
Yeah, that's that. Now, the other funny thing about all this is, last night, all right, I know that my wheel is in the closet there, but it's buried in a bunch of storage containers. So
How did he manage to bury the wheel? When did he stop playing American Sim that the wheel is already completely buried? Hang on, I'm doing my research. I'm going to the DSP gaming, Space Gaming channel, and we'll type in American Truck Simulator to find out. When was the last one? 5 months ago. So in 5 months, we've managed to not only disconnect the entire wheel, but to also shove it in the closet and then bury it with storage containers in 5 months. What the fuck did he even purchase or organize that there are additional storage containers now on top of the wheel in 5 months?
A troll said, oh, well, you sold the wheel. I said, no, I didn't. I have it right here. And they said, well, I'll give you $50 if you pull the wheel out. And I said, no, that's not how it works. You give me $50, then I'll pull the wheel out. Not I give you something for free and then you reward after. You give it to me now. And of course they refused and no one did. The wheel's right there, but I'm not convinced that the wheel would make the game any better. In fact, I did some research last night.
Dude, they just want a wellness check on the wheel. That's all they want. Just prove that the wheel is alive. We need a photo with the wheel's eyes open. And don't go using fishing wire in order to stitch them open either on some Israel Keys type shit. Just actually show the wheel, please. We want to know. We need to know. Cat, if possible, too. Thank you, Jim Belaya, for the 5. Saying shaking that chair like a crackhead. Yeah, well, it was not in the clip. Maybe it was. I didn't finish it. The Pokemon clip, somebody was making fun of his shaking, and they called it out, saying that he was shaking really bad. And he just outright denied it entirely. He said, I'm not shaking, you idiot, and then moved on. So we just deny reality. Thank you, Jim Belaya, for the 5, and bringing that up so I could talk about it.
In general, what people are saying is that the game actually is much harder to play with the wheel because things like drifting and stuff doesn't feel natural with the wheel and pedals as it does with the controller. The game really was designed around controller play. Not to say that it cannot be played with the wheel and the pedals. It can be. But it really hits its stride as a more casualized game that you play on controller. And what I found out...
Okay, but it's not about what it's tuned for. It's about the fun and experience of playing the game. American Truck Simulator was also much easier, I think. Not using a wheel at all. No pedals. Just use a controller. Use the keyboard. It's incredibly easy. Everything is already mapped. You don't actually have to physically move your body very much. You can just clock out in your mind instead of actually, using the wheel and focusing on the road or whatever. You just drive in a straight line with W, But you do it and you get out the wheel because it's fun and more interesting that way.
Is that basically people who are using wheel and pedals have been complaining it's not as fun and it becomes really difficult to do some of the challenges. Hence why my trolls have been asking me to play this game on the wheel. they want to see me struggle. They don't want to see me have a chill time and interact with my audience and have a good time. They actually want me to suffer.
Right. I mean, yeah, to an extent, yes, arcade. Yeah, exactly. Racing games in arcades have fucking wheels and pedals. And guess what? They're probably way easier if you were to have a controller rather than the fucking mechanisms placed in front of you physically. But that's what makes it fun. If you just had a racing game on a fucking Xbox controller in the arcade, I am not paying for that. I would not be interested.
So that's why they've been asking me to pull the wheel out of the closet and try to play with it, because it's going to make the gameplay significantly harder for me, and I'm not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, he's not going to enjoy it because it makes him lose more, and he would actually have to like try and put in effort to be good, and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to coast through the game and do absolutely fucking nothing lackadaisically while engaging with his dented ass audience. That's what he wants. Yeah, he does not want to engage in fun gameplay or actually try ever. That's why he's not a real gamer.
No. Sorry, I don't make content for trolls. So if my fans actually want me to play this game as a chill stream once or twice, I'm down for it. It's installed. It's ready to go. I could play it on a moment's notice. Okay? But if all I see are idiots in chat screaming, play with the wheel, you'll never see the game.
Okay, so if all I see is people asking to see something on my stream, I'm going to spitefully never do it and never give you the content that you would like to see. What a good entertainer. What a good content creator. There's a reason that this guy has been around for 18 years. It's because he's different than other people. You see, a normal content creator would make content that you want to see and you are asking for. DSP doesn't do that. He gives you everything you didn't ask for. And obviously, it's working. He's very successful. All right, sorry, successful.
Not once will I play it. Okay?
It's
that simple. Either we play the game for real and we have a good time, we treat it as a chill stream,
I didn't mean to
and we
cough
see
in
what's
your
going
ear.
on, we have a good time together, or you don't get it. Because I don't create content for trolls. I don't care about that. Okay? And,
so
I do want to say
childish.
one thing.
Just
I had
pouting.
one criticism of Forza Horizon 6. The audio balance is atrocious again. And I started to remember, yeah, the audio balance always was bad in this game for some reason. It's bad again. And what I mean by that is when you're
Now, what do I mean by that? The audio balance is bad. What do I mean by that?
racing, the car sounds good, the music sounds good, sound effects are great. And then it goes to the cutscenes in between the racing. And it sounds like this because people are talking so low that you can barely hear them. And you're like, why are they talking so low? I don't understand what they're saying. Why don't they speak up? I don't mind. And then they're trying to drive, and then the volume goes up. Whoa, high octane, this is great. Let's go, let's jump. And then in between they go, okay, so now we're gonna go to the next race, and at the next race we're gonna set it up with some off-roading and some dirt biking. What do you think of
Magnificent Walrus, exactly. DSP's audio also always fucking sucks, and he's incapable of balancing anything on his own side as well. So this is really a pot calling kettle type situation, some real hypocrisy. But also, I'm pretty sure. Hang on. I think I have to sneeze. All right, I did. I'm pretty sure that all of those audio levels can be balanced. Like you could just do it yourself. If the voices are too low, I'm sure that there's a voice slider. If the music is too loud, I'm pretty sure that there is a. I'm pretty sure that there's a music slider. You can just take care of the problem with your own ears, but we'd rather just cry about it. We'd rather just bitch, moan, and complain. Thank you for all of the blesses in chat. I appreciate it.
Does that sound good? That's what it sounds like. It's like, what? Why did they do that? The audio balance is terrible. And I tried to adjust it. I lowered all the volume except the voices by 50%, saved it, doesn't do anything. The volume still stays effed up. So I don't know if they actually
okay, so he did try. There was just nothing he could do. Classic DSP. All
legit
right.
programmed it wrong, or it's just a weird thing. I don't know what's going on. I'm not an audio technician, but the game.
I'm not an audio technician. So it was... He's not a fucking game developer in any capacity. Does that mean that we shouldn't be speaking on the fucking games? Like, who gives a shit if you're an audio technician?
The game is not balanced. It's terrible because you want to hear the cutscenes and you can't hear them.
You moved the slider and didn't click apply? I think
okay.
I bet that's fucking true. And I only say that because I know that I've been guilty of doing that. You know, you just start spamming back out of the settings because you expect them to autosave or whatever, and they don't. And then DSP is the type of person to not notice. So that sounds right.
So let's see here.
I have no proof, of course, but
Yako Almighty says, I would like to see more Forza. I'm enjoying the game myself. The wheel won't be a chill time. The game is too arcade-like for that, but will be more entertaining to watch with it. D-Man says, hey, Phil, can you start talking just like that now on streams? Sure, from now on, we're going to talk just like this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the soothing sounds of DSP here on DSP Gaming. Every day, all day, relaxing vibes, chill fun. Let's go.
You know, if he didn't put on the soy voice, it is actually nice to not hear him fucking screaming for once. I mean, maybe you feel the same, you would feel the same way about me, but I actually like him when I don't like him. Don't get me fucking wrong. Don't let me back myself into a corner here, but I do appreciate when he isn't fucking screaming at max volume from across the room. I think it is easier to listen to. Now, I don't need him to do this soy sultry style that he's going for, but he could bring it down a couple of fucking octaves on a regular basis. I'd appreciate it.
Why is Kick Chat spamming emotes? So I'm going to time out everyone who's spamming emotes right now. This is your one warning. You know you're not allowed to spam emotes. So everyone gets...
You know you can't use the features on the site as they're designed. Fuck you. You knew better.
Timed out. And if you come back and you do it again, you're all banned. And I don't want to hear any complaints. And I don't want to hear a mass demand for unbans. You're all misbehaving like small, petulant children.
Like small, petulant children. That's why he's giving you the scathing review like a middle-aged teacher over a kindergarten.
It's ridiculous. I've had enough of your nonsense. Grow up or shut the fuck up and get banned. You know, I'm running a show.
Flexing his power here. Get him, DSP.
So every one of you, here you go. I'm timing out like 20 people who are all spamming the chat like idiots. Okay. I think I got almost everyone. All right. So stop doing it. I timed out a bunch of people. I didn't ban anyone. I'm being nice. I timed out a bunch of people. All right. Don't do it again. Okay. I got a $1.50 tip. And this person says, it's about seeing something different. You tend to open up and have a more lighthearted attitude behind the wheel. Screw the trolls. Your truck sim streams are some of the best videos you've done. The truck sim streams were a truck sim.
Like the wheel was therapeutic for DSP. You open up more behind the wheel and you really let us into your inner sanctum that way, DSP. I think you really channel the wheel.
Chill game. This is not a
or does
chill
the wheel
game.
channel him?
Doing driving challenges, skill challenges. It's completely different. There's really no skill to driving the truck. It's just messing around while I hang out with you guys. It's a completely different aspect. It's not going to work. And
with all the fucking semi-truck crashes as of late, there's got to be some skill to driving the truck bus. I don't think you're giving CDL operators enough credit. You ever? I'll stop.
Okay. Thanks for a $1.50 tip. I'm
as
not
a fellow who drive a truck
in
once
Forza
in a while.
Horizon. Here's the thing. I will use the wheel in games that are sim games. For example, let's say that Road Kings game comes out at some point this year. I 100% want to use the wheel when I play there. That would make sense.
He said that about Forza, though. Like, you can't even believe this anymore because this is the exact same fucking hype he was setting up for Forza. And then he'll get to the game and go, oh, yeah, this is an indie studio and they actually don't have very good wheel support. The game doesn't run well with it or whatever. It's bugged, so we're just going to play it with the keyboard, guys, and then we'll move on.
It's meant to be an arcade challenge racer. It's not supposed to be a sim game.
And even if it doesn't happen, that's all I can expect to happen because the guy we're dealing with of his past actions. But that will take us into the final clip. Yes, we're almost over. You're about to finally be released and you could go and do more productive things. I'm sure you've got chores, but we have to talk about, or at least watch DSP's Soros crash out. Well, crash out is a bit exaggerative, but he was complaining and bitching a lot, and that's kind of what we're here for, right?
Honest, guys, this is probably going to be the last night for this game. The engagement is incredibly low. What I mean by that is no one is really talking about the game at all. on the kick side,
the engagement is incredibly low. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is insane the things that he will start pig-splaining, and the way he always leads with the say, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that?
People LARPing and trolling. And now it's even permeating over to the YouTube side. I really don't even see any regulars talking. I think that this game, sadly, people are just not really digging it anymore. Besides maybe a couple, because there's been a couple people who have come by recently when I play it and support it, which is why I kept playing it. But it's few and far between at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only a few people who are really caring about it, and we probably shouldn't keep it in the rotation. In addition to that, then I even have an extra incentive.
Wait, hang on. I'm doing you guys a disservice. 1 second. 1 sec. I'm gonna pull the clip back up. I'm gonna hot swap it. You won't even notice. We're at 21:11:49.
Expressionless face. Best setter. Go for 30 pack.
You didn't even notice.
Which is why I kept playing it. But it's few and far between at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really is only a few people who are really caring about it, and we probably shouldn't keep it in the rotation. In addition to that, tonight I even have an extra incentive.
But we do that all the time, by the way. The Royal We DSP is constantly has games in the rotation where only 2 or 3 people show up on a regular basis and give it any money. So again, I don't know why we arbitrarily pick some games to die and some games to live for fucking ever. Dragon Quest comes to mind. But the Soros, the game that I believe objectively looks more entertaining to watch, is getting the short end here.
For support for the stream, because now I've gotten a box of Pokemon cards to unsleeve or unpack or whatever you want to say. I guess unpack as an incentive to contribute.
Yeah, we need to stop saying unsleeve.
Anyone else to do it either, because you think, oh, maybe they don't like the game, but maybe they'll want to see me, open a pack of Pokemon cards. No. So I don't think anyone really.
Damn, he was relying on the new Pokemon gimmick. The same night, he was relying on the Pokemon gimmick to save the Sorrow stream, and he couldn't even do it. Even at $50, he could not entice people enough on the Sorrow stream. How sad that he was already relying on it.
Cares, right? Am I wrong?
To make the difference.
Well, we're almost out of time, everyone. We got about 20-30 minutes left tops, probably more like 20. If I even get to the boss, I doubt I'm going to beat it. And we have made pretty much no significant progress here tonight at all. I tried my best, and I apologize that I did not make progress for you guys. I know that you wanted me to probably beat the level and go to the next. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, this is probably the final night of the game unless something changes. If you like the game, I urge you, please support it now. Because if we don't get additional support, I'm done with this game as of tonight. All right, well, guys, I'm sorry. I tried my absolute damnedest to win tonight, and it just didn't go my way. And in truth, this is the least supported stream that I have had in 2026. Now, there have already been...
And this is like, I want to say the 5th time he's already said this year. Every time DSP has a sub 50 night, I swear he's telling the audience that this is the lowest stream of the year, the lowest stream he's ever had. Like, how many times do we use this turn of phrase to describe just having slow nights? It
streams like
doesn't have
Sorrow,
to say
okay?
this.
Where, sadly, I just didn't get much support. But it seems like sometimes there's a Hail Mary at the end where someone shows up and supports. Obviously, this is not happening tonight, or it would have already happened, right? So, I think this is it, to be honest with you. Like, we could keep going, but I don't foresee the game getting better. You know what I'm saying? I see the game being more of the same. And I think that we did 20 hours. We saw what the game is. Like, I do enjoy it when I persevere. But nights like tonight, because we've had a night like tonight.
What the fuck is he doing on the screen? That's this is one of the points where I ask what the point of the game being on screen even is. If we're just going to talk at the chat, he's just moving around the screen to be distracting. I guess
we're just a 2-hour grind, and we're not making progress, and it just becomes not really infuriating, but like not satisfying. Is that the best way to describe it? When you're playing a game like this. You know,
and you don't make money,
or Soros, or whatever it may be, a roguelike, and you just don't get any real significant progress. Not to say we didn't make progress tonight, because we did. We have upgraded. We have unlocked a lot. We got better weapon proficiencies and all of that, right? But the problem is with this game, unless you beat a level, it really doesn't feel like you've had progress at all. So I do feel like we just played for 2.
This guy doesn't understand roguelikes. Like, that's sometimes how it feels. You don't. It's not infinite forward momentum all the time. Sometimes you got to do a couple of runs. Is that
2 hours? And sadly,
and obviously all of his feelings like this are being amplified by the fact that he didn't get paid to do it. So a completely biased take, obviously.
We didn't really advance. We did. Don't get me wrong. We actually did. But it doesn't feel that way. You know? And we didn't see a new world. We didn't see a new boss. Because of that, the plot hasn't advanced.
But you upgraded your character and got new weapons that could potentially make the next run the one to do that progress. That is quite literally that's the formula. That's the gameplay loop. That's how it works sometimes.
Now, what's to say that if I play this again next week,
But we're
that anyone's going to show
crying.
up for it? You know, because again, there's no guarantee that you're ever going to make advancement. I feel like this is the kind of game that is best played solo, or given you get a taste of it on a stream, and then people know what it is or whatever. You know.
Yeah, this is. I would argue that every game is better if you're playing it for yourself. I think that it's just a hands down hard fast rule you can put down for any medium that you can interact with yourself. It's probably just more satisfying when you play it and do it for you rather than for some invisible person that doesn't actually exist to critique you online. I think that's just, you could just say that about anything, really.
There you go.
Shooting
And also,
guns
to be
is
honest,
more
I do
fun
wish
when you do it
that
for
the game
you.
had more originality. It didn't feel like they tried this time around with originality. Like, yeah, there's some cool enemies, but they've been reused a zillion times already, and we're only on world 5 of 9. So what? Every world we're going to see one new enemy, maybe 2, and then an insane amount of reused stuff. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. We've also been playing the game for over 2 weeks, right? Like almost 3 weeks now, and we're only on world 5 in 20 hours. I don't know. Thank you to Cat Burrito, who had done a $1.50 hamburger.
It's how many weeks? 2 weeks, and he's put in 20 hours. That's just the slowest pace possible for games as they come out, and you're a professional video game player. Non-professional video game players who work real full-time jobs could probably put in more than 20 hours in 2 weeks, and they wouldn't even be interrupting their gameplay for fucking super chats and whatnot. Like, this is a self-inflicted wound entirely. He again makes his own schedule. He knows what it is. He knows the attention span of the internet, and yet he makes these decisions.
And then a $1 expressionless face. I appreciate that. Okay. All right, everybody. Except F for Fake says, half the time you can't see the enemies because there's so much shit flying around the screen. Yeah, and I honestly think it's intentional. Like, they want this game to feel chaotic. They want you to feel like when you actually do win, it's because you had the right combination.
I think that all of the effects that they put on the screen and all of the projectiles with the tracers and sparkles and explosions, I think they did that on purpose, you guys. I think they made those assets and coded them in that specific way because they wanted it to do that. Weird.
Combination of skill, but also luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it that last stream we started World 5 and the first 2 runs we got to the boss both times? No problem. Not even like, oh, that was hard. Just got right to the boss. You know what I'm saying? And then tonight, it took us an hour to even see the boss. And I was so exhausted on the first run that we got to the boss that I couldn't beat him. Second run, we got close, but I didn't know about how in the second and third form, you keep constantly getting knocked off the platforms. And now it's like, do I really want to play through that stage again? Like, oh.
He went up against the boss, learned the gimmick during the second phase, and is questioning whether or not he wants to do it again. I mean, just say you're giving up and you're done. We don't have to draw this out. We don't have to blame the audience and talk about the fucking length of the game and all of that. We could just say we came up to the skill check and we don't want to do it anymore. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I really do feel like the game has kind of run its course.
All right,
You know what
let's
I
be
mean?
done then. Turn it off.
This same person tipped $2 to show me the wheel and I'll tip $100. No, you won't. You're a liar. If you tip $100, I'll show you the wheel. That's how it works. You didn't do it the other night. You're not doing it tonight. You're a liar. Okay. So
You didn't
folks,
show him the wheel. How was he supposed to do it the other night if he didn't show the wheel?
I am so exhausted with this game right now. And again,
It's just a
not bad
nonsense
game.
comeback.
The way I want to end this is to basically let you guys know I don't dislike the game.
Right,
It's
we
just
love
as
it.
good as Returnal, if not a little better.
But we can't finish it.
Okay,
We can't play it.
but-
We don't want to play it.
I just don't see like I'm on World 5 and 9. There's 4 more to go after this, right? Arguably, it could be another 15 plus hours. Are you guys going to show up in another 2 weeks for more sorrows? It's really the same thing over and over and over. You know? And to be honest, I am annoying.
Aside from narrative games, I have no fucking idea how he plays video games on stream ever anyway. If that's legitimately an issue and a point of contention with him in video games, that at some point it becomes the same thing over and over, that is 90% of video games. The mechanics typically do not change on the fly regularly. Most games kind of find their footing at least halfway through, and that's kind of what the game is. If you don't like that, you just don't like games, I think.
I am annoying. I agree there. I am annoying. But I am annoyed that you barely are seeing anything new and the world is reused as well. You know what I'm saying? Everything. It's just everything reused. So, I don't know. I think we're done. Unless something really convinces me otherwise, I really feel like we're done. You know what I mean? So,
we're done.
I hope you enjoyed Soros.
I think
here
we're
on
done.
ESP Gaming.
It's over.
Really, I'm just exhausted with the game overall. I'm not really in the mood to play it anymore.
I'm exhausted by a video game. 43 years old, doesn't do basically anything else with his free time, but I'm exhausted with this video game.
I think I'd like to move on and do other things. We got other games coming up. We got some other games we tried out that I actually want to start and see if they work in the rotation. So I think we're done with Soros, guys. Okay? All right. Thank you for watching, Soros. I hope you enjoyed the run. To be honest, I don't think there's much more that we were going to see that was going to impress us regardless. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's all right. By the way, for the record,
and like, why do we have to explain this 9,000 times? Like, who is this for? Is this for the audience or is this for DSP? Are we just stalling for tips? There's more interesting things to talk about if you're just trying to stall for tips. Pick any other topic.
They are speculating this game has not done well, sales-wise. Reason being, it's not anywhere on any charts. Meaning, it's not anywhere on any sales charts, and they can't, if it's not on the sales charts, then what did it sell? And it's weird because when it came out, there was like no media for it. Like, no one was talking about it, and there was like no advertisement. So I don't think many people even knew that it was coming out when it did. So I think it massively undersold compared to Returnal. If you remember, Returnal was heavily hyped because it was a PlayStation 5 exclusive at the launch of PlayStation 5. It was only, what, like 6 months after the release of PlayStation 5 that it came out? So it being an exclusive...
Now, I had not, I'm going to be honest with you guys, despite being a gamer myself, I'd never even heard of Returnal until like a year into doing the detracting style videos, and I had to come to learn that DSP was out there saying the gamer word during the playthrough. I'd never heard of the game before in my entire life. It was completely new to me, so I'm not quite sure what his what the hype was built around the game. I'd never heard anybody mention it prior.
It was like a huge deal,
and I hang out with gamers.
Really isn't. So yeah, I'm curious actually how it sold and if it's going to get any kind of notoriety or if it's just Xanarkin says, I heard it sold a little over 300,000 copies, which is not good. No, and again, Returnal sold like crazy because it was the big exclusive on PS5. So that is awful, actually. Wow.
Terrible. Awful.
Okay. Well, everyone, I want to say thank you for watching Soros. I think that's going to be it for DSP Gaming for the run. I just, it's just not entertaining enough for me. It's certainly not entertaining for you because you guys are bored of it. You've been telling me multiple streams that you're bored of it. So, yeah, on to other stuff. Okay, guys? Cabarito, thanks for a final $1. I appreciate it.
Okay, wrapping this stream up.
It's just funny, too, because one final note. When I was playing Returnal, I outright said, man, I guess I don't like roguelikes then if this is how the game is. And then I remember I went on to play other roguelikes that I loved. Hades, Balatro, to name a couple. Hell, last year we had...
Maddie's telling us that it sold 300,000 copies in the first 2 weeks, which is like 22 million in sales.
Blueprints. So many unique...
Big if true. I don't know how much the game costs. I don't know how much they were expecting for this, but I don't think the DSP does either. So I'm not quite sure what the point of bringing it up really was.
Kind of games that I think really stand out and are very good and unique. This
like, he just wanted to pretend as though every other person feels the same way he does, so you're not allowed to be perturbed with him in any way because he's not finishing the game.
I'm saying, like, this one
Who gives a shit, dude? Just quit the game.
It's Returnal, only with a different story, maybe slightly better graphics, but it's like, it doesn't stand out like you like Returnal stood out. This doesn't, because it feels like the same game again. So it's not like I don't like roguelikes. I would love to play more. It's just this formula is too grindy and too draining to really feel very entertaining, if that makes sense. Okay. Thank you all for watching Returnal. Excuse me. I meant to say Sorrows, but, you know, that's the Freudian slip you have when it's the same game twice. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right, guys.
We're so exhausted.
Well,
We're defeated. The big sigh after
I'm going to say one thing. It sucks because having a
sending Kick stream away.
Stream like that as the last stream of the week really stinks because now I can't be here for 2 days. Normally it would be like, oh, that's okay. It's Thursday night. That's fine. That we had a stream that wasn't very successful because I'm here. Like, oh, wait, I'm not here. I'm not here for 2 days. I come back on Sunday, you know? All right, hold on a sec. Let's get swapped back over to the PC. There's still a chance if you contribute $50 to see a unpacking of Pokemon.
All right, we're gonna skip.
When we play Pokemon.
We're gonna skip.
And then on Sunday night is we're gonna try the baby and really okay with that segment on me the other day. They're gonna have segment game was going 6 months after it's released.
Fuck it, I don't care. There was something. I'll just describe it to you. I'm not gonna fucking find it, and I would like to go. I actually have something that I need to go do. So there was a bit after the Sorrows segment there where he wrapped it up and he sends everybody over to what is that guy's name on Kick that he sends people to? I want to call him Mad Gamer or something like that. He sends Kick over there, and then he starts talking shit on the Kick chat to the YouTube chat, talking about how toxic they are, and he doesn't know what's gotten into them, and maybe the Kino said something to them. Mad TV, that's the guy. Thank you. Just the weirdest, like, talking behind the Kick stream's back, which is really dumb and two-faced and shitting on the few supporters that are there. I don't know. It's just DSP being a nasty bitch. But with that, I want to bid you all adieu. I appreciate all of your time. Those of you who did not run over to WPIG, or that being said, rather, when they started, I appreciate you all individually. Big ups. Please enjoy the rest of your day until I see you next time. Stay blessed and stay safe. Goodbye.